Is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream because I haven't done the actual intro yet. How are you all doing? My name is Mordred Viking, and we are going to be playing some Total War Warhammer 3 as Slaanesh. Slaanesh is dedicated to the pursuit of excess, gratification, hedonism, pain, and immoral pleasure at the expense of any other soul. He is the youngest of the Chaos Gods, for the complex emotions of erotic desire and decadence only exist within the minds of intelligent races. For within the realm of chaos, the Dark Prince revels in every new sensation discovers. He guides the mortal inhabitants laden with desire to go ever further in their pursuit of stimulation. Those who serve Slaanesh, consumed by their own dark passions, driven by the need for their mistress-master's approval to commit more sordid atrocities. And so, Slaanesh's followers practice war upon the nations of the south, seducing their foes in the service of the Dark God and inflicting symphonies of misery upon those who resist his call. Devotees amass followers by raiding, sacking, and looting settlements. Summon disciple armies use devotees to summon armies in corrupted areas. Seduction, compel enemy units to join your army during battles and force whole factions into vassalage via your seductive influence. Alright, so what we are going to do here is I'm going to disappear. And... oh no, it wasn't quite yet. Still here. The demon known as Inkari is a notorious keeper of secrets. As the Arch-Tempter, he scours the immortal and mortal realms to experience the ultimate sensation and taste ecstasy in its purest form. Over recent millennia, he has developed a particular hatred for the elven twins of Ulthuan. Whatever his short-term goals, the next part of Inkari's plan will surely involve their eternal misery. Diplomatic relations plus 20 with all factions. Interesting. Tribute from vassals plus 50%. Experience plus 50% every time a new faction is fought in battle. Seduce unit cost minus 25%, and then enemy leadership minus 4 in the local region. So every time they fight a new enemy in battle, more experience. Interesting. Right, now I'm going to disappear, and we'll do the intro and see what's up. Hard, normal. Yeah, that works for me. The Chaos God of Desire, Slaanesh is the youngest of the Dark Powers, but has the potential to eclipse them all. He is the Dark Prince and Lord of Excess. His servants embody those traits to perfection, and none more so than Inkari, the Arch-Tempter. His search for the exquisite saw him stranded on the wrong side of the maelstrom. Not that the Keeper of Secrets would be concerned, for being such an Inkari will always find distractions. Nevertheless, I can perhaps offer a greater prize to tempt the Arch-Tempter. I make my way through the perfumed fog, ignoring the tormented screams, to his palace. The negotiations will be challenging.
It was in the Palace of Ruin I found Inkari, the Keeper of Secrets. His den of excess was no place for mortals. With every step it whispered promises of all I desire. Like others before me, my soul yearned to be ensnared. But I knew if I succumbed here, he would own me for eternity. I made my revelations quickly, before my senses gave way. Yet Inkari found the tale of Be'lakor and Ursun tiresome. It was a secret he kept already. As my mind clouded, I made a final gambit. I would guide him through the maelstrom to the bear's deathbed.
The bear is tempting.
The sorrow of a dying god, yours to treasure.
A treasure to cherish. I want it. You will give it to me.
One drop of Ursun's blood. That is my fee.
Advise me well, and you will have your desire. Fail me, and I will soul.
Our task is to reap the sorrow of a dying god. Ursum's anguish, collected and treasured for eternity.
Lead me to the dying god, for it is your sorrow I shall savor.
At once, Arch-Tempter. It seems the great game continues, and Khorne makes his next move against your master, for he despises the Dark Prince most of all. Servants of the Blood God, surround your capital. You must act quickly. Regain the Shard lands from the Crimson Skulls. Their pain will give you meager sustenance, but it is a necessary step to reach riper fruits. Further south lies sweeter prey. Mortals who worship the ruinous powers. Inflict upon them pleasure or pain, as is your wont. Should you cross the Kraken Sea and reach Norsca, you will find many mortals to tempt and usurp. However, there is a risk in extending far south, exposing your flank to the predations of Skarbrand, Khorne's mightiest bloodthirster. The Eternal Lagoon forms a barrier that will keep him at bay for now. But it is only a matter of time before your armies clash. There is much to do, Bejeweled One. You require a large fiefdom to sustain the divine hosts required to penetrate the realm of chaos. Let us commence.
All right. Boop. Hello. The Slaanesh armies can capture devotees from battles and from chaos cults, among other sources. Devotees are mostly used to create chaos cults, to raise disciple armies, and for pleasurable acts. Gifts of Slaanesh. Slaanesh lords and heroes can impart gifts of Slaanesh on enemy characters by defeating them in battle or through hero actions. Gifts of Slaanesh impose negative effects upon those that receive them. Seduction. Prior to battle, Slaaneshi armies may seduce one or more enemy units into switching sides for the battle's duration. Slaanesh exerts a seductive influence over elvish and human factions. By increasing seductive influence, the forces of Slaanesh may eventually be able to forcibly vassalize a target faction. Elves and humans, not dwarves though. Dwarves are too cool. The Great Game. Slaaneshi factions participate in the Great Game, vying with the other followers of Chaos to spread the most corruption over the mortal realms. Engage the enemy. The Blood God has always hated Slaanesh above all his other kin. His servants approach the Palace of Ruin. Now is the time to strike out, or risk destruction. I think we can do that. So,
The Tempter Lord.
Enkari is a wizard. Causes terror, armor piercing. Something I thought, yeah, incredibly fast. That's something that I heard from the other content creators. Very, very, very quick for a lord. The Demonettes of Slaanesh, armor piercing very fast. They also move 54. Blimey, they are quick. They have, what's this? Devastating flanker. Entities with this attribute double their charge bonus when attacking the rear or the flank of an entity. Interesting. Fizz-res, cause fear, and they are demonic, so they get banished. We have the Marauders of Slaanesh with the Hell Scourges. Immune to psychology. They do just a lot of damage. Not a huge amount of armor. And then the Marauders Slaanesh. Those are defenders. What does that mean? Melee defense 42, melee defense 20. Okay, so the Hell Scourges are your guard units, your frontliners. Then the Marauders of Slaanesh are just kind of additional infantry. And we have Hellflayers, which are very fast anti-infantry chariots. What do they do? Devastating flanker. Solescent. Armor piercing damage plus 0 up to 25. Effect intensity increases for every enemy unit in range with morale wavering or lower. So the worse their morale, the more damage you do. Huzzah! Hellstriders are Slaanesh. You do not have the flank attack thing. So your charge bonus is actually the same as the cavalry's charge bonus if you get the flank. Cavalry are actually better at just charging straight on. Interesting. They do poison damage, and they are anti-infantry. No, anti-large. Oh, Hellstriders are anti-large. They are... Huh. Okay. And they're also bloody quick. So Hellstriders are very much anti-cavalry cavalry. And then the Fiends of Slaanesh. Monstrous infantry. What's that? Sophoric Musk. Melee defense and melee attack down. They're resilient. They are a devastating flanker with a... Wow. Okay, Fiends of Slaanesh. Attack into the sides and the rear. Lots of damage. And Mystery Potato coming in with a 23-month resubscription. You are just 1 month shy of gaining those orange wings. Thank you very, very much for the ongoing support there. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Huzzah! And Raiden Aiden coming in with a 23-month resubscription. 2 of you on 1 day. Thank you very much for that as well. Is it me or does the background sound especially loud? Your voice seems quiet. I think it's just because I'm zoomed in on a particular area. I haven't actually changed the volumes. Alright, let's go fight.
Time to savor.
I think it's just the sound of the corruption. Decisive victory. So what do we have? We have a Herald of Khorne. We have 2 Bloodletters of Khorne. Do any of us do magic damage? Yes. The Demonettes actually do. And then Chaos Warhounds. Okay. Although our anti-cavalry cavalry aren't actually going to be very good against the Chaos Warhounds because they are not large. One of the few cavalry units that isn't. Looks like a high microfaction, insane speed, DPS, flanking but no tanking units. Yeah. I have a feeling actually that Slaanesh is going to fight a bit like armies in Troy. There's going to be a lot more, like, micro-infantry tactics. Like that extra flank damage. That's straight out of Troy. That's light infantry in Troy. And none, 0, zilch ranged units. So where are the Warhounds? We can't see, but they're probably on that side. So, actually... Your infantry, you can stay on that flank. I guess we'll put you on that side, and we'll put the Fiends... Fiends can come over here too.
Your desires are mine.
You just attack straight through the center, and then we have the Demonettes.
Death through sensation.
What spells do you have?
Need souls.
Lash of Slaanesh. Expanding tear-shaped attack, so that is a breath attack. Very short range. And then Acquiescence. Melee defense debuff and a speed debuff. Cheap though. Is that a 0 range? No, that's just... Man, your spells do not have a lot of range.
Do not touch the Kari.
Now this army is going to be moving at very different speeds, so you've got to be careful when advancing in the massive lines like I usually like doing. Now he's already sprinting away from everybody else. Can't save a pain inflicted through ranged attacks as much. Yeah, that's true. I'm almost scared to zoom in and see what the Slaanesh units look like. Now that I've gone into windowed mode, how's the frame rate? It's still alright. Checking the preview. Show off.
The skull takers approach!
Are the demonettes demonic? I would think so, considering the name. Those are very spiky chariots.
Yes!
His demons sure are wiggly, yeah. Flexible is what I was going to say about them. Yes, I have seen this spell used against me and it has quite an impact. Fascination. Rampage. Direct damage. Causes damage to a combatant. Strong versus 25 units or above. Okay.
Kari!
Not you lot.
This will do. We are in agreement.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
It pleases Slaanesh. Now, slash.
The deepest pleasure.
Seal to our steeds!
Move with grace. A desire granted. Daemonette of Slaanesh. Beautiful pay. Decadent seekers.
Alright, so Nkari's in the fight. Let's do your debuff on their boss person. Huzzah!
Bring us a joyous degradation.
Let's attack these guys in the back. Incoming! Just a little plaything, just whack. Okay, Ngari's animations are pretty cool. So the Marauders took a bucket load of damage, but I guess that is because they were basically going toe-to-toe with bloodletters. And it was the cavalry. These guys, despite actually arriving really late, got a bunch of kills. I have heard that the Slaanesh chariots, considering what they look like, are really underwhelming. So we shall see how that works. Ramchais coming in with a 3-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Ramchais. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're looking forward to this. Where can I pick up one of those spiky chariots? From your local friendly Slaaneshi dealership? Super hyped about this. Thought you might be. Okay, so devour the captives. Nom nom nom. We gain replenishment. Entice the captives. We gain devotees. Or offer them as tributes and we gain favor. There's no downside to this one. That's interesting. Usually you have the replenishment penalty. But we're not actually taking captives. We're offering them up as tributes. We're not. It's not like we're having to carry them around or anything like that. There are literally no downsides to any of these. I think what I'll probably do is get the replenishment. Although, the units that I really want to have replenish are the Marauders, and they don't replenish that much. I don't know what Devotees do yet, so I think we'll take the favour. Defeat an army belonging to the following faction, the Bloody Swords. Enemy killed a battle. Send the new hero to join your army. And recruit 2 new units.
Taste thy pleasure.
Scipio. Scipio Africanus is our first hero. Interesting. So you're an Allures. What's your special ability? Speed plus 4% for the hero's army. Okay, that actually fits really well for our army. Very, very cool. Very, very scary. I'm going to go back to your skills, I think. Alright, let's go and have you join the army.
Upon the disgrace with delicious violence.
Mission accomplished, and now we just need to recruit something. So we can get some more Demonettes, or we can get some more Marauders. Marauders Slaanesh with spears. These are meat shields. They have a defense of 32. I honestly don't see the point of regular Marauders. Like, their other units just do everything that they do so much better. I mean, the difference, I guess, is you could get 2 Marauders for the same price of 1 Demonette, but still. It's 15 armor versus 20 phys res. No, actually, it's 10 armor versus 20 phys res. I think the phys res will be better, especially as they also have a 36 melee defense.
You will serve. You have no choice.
So we'll get those. And Kari also leveled up.
Lord.
So you start with Elven Grudge. Foolish hypocrites! The arrogant pride of these elves brings them closer to Slaanesh than even their egos would have them believe. Melee attack when fighting elves, missile resist when fighting elves. We can get Root Marcher, which is probably what we'll do. What are Slaanesh's spells like? So, Blissful Rapture is a melee attack and leadership buff. AoE. Acquiescence is the melee defense and speed debuff. But it's still only single target. Oh, this is whenever we're casting. That's a pretty big buff, actually, for the casting ability. Last 10 seconds. Then we have the Pavane of Slaanesh, which is a direct damage. $63 to 125. I have no real way of comparing that to other direct damage spells, so I have no idea which ones are the good ones. Hysterical Frenzy. Armor piercing, weapon damage up 50%, melee attack plus 40. That is really good, but again, it's single target. Slicing Shards is a bombardment with a very long cooldown. Very, very long cooldown. Phantasmagoria, leadership debuff, Hex. That one's an AoE. So that just stops them moving and reduces their leadership. Earthing, magical reserves, we know, an arcane conduit. Or we just turn you into a fighter, so we make you even faster. Devastating charge. Thick-skinned for the extra armor. Hard to hit. Deadly blade, foe seeker, wound maker. I think I might just turn you into a fighter, honestly. Because you are so ludicrously fast. And you do have quite a few hit points, and you do hit pretty hard. And you have crazy good starting melee attack and melee defense. We can get something else to be the wizards. What do Alluresses do? AoE, melee defense, phys res. For 22 seconds, okay, so it is a activatable skill. Or a charge and speed bonus. Or the debuff. You can be put into a Seeker Chariot. And you are a Shadows. You do have the Pendulum. And I know that I like the shadow spells. AoE leadership and armor debuff. Single target melee defense, melee attack debuff, which is actually really good for taking down heroes. Pit of Shades, Vortex. The Mind Razor, which is the AoE damage buff. Which actually for us is going to be great, because this does not affect ranged units. So yes, I think the Allure-S is going to be set to magic. And we are also going to need to choose a name for you. So the first Allure-S is going to be... Considering your speed, this makes a lot of sense. Roaming. Cricket. Nice. Okay, and then Ankari is going to get Root Marcher, which will let us move a little bit quicker. And we'll get the 2 Demonettes. Okay, buildings. How do these work? We have the same portals versus bastions. We have the Court of the Covenant, which is more allegiance, diplo relations with demons of chaos, and then control. We have super low level barracks, only 2 tiers. So how do the Hell Scourges compare to the spears? 32, 42, 28. 26, 32, 25, but these are anti-large. I think I kind of prefer the spears. Chaos Furies, Hellstriders. Hellstriders are a tier 1? Wow. Oh, these are Hellstriders with Hell Scourges. And then we have the Seekers of Slaanesh, which are the... Well, how are they different to the Hellstriders? They're just the better version. Yeah, 40 melee attack against 32. 100 speed, 100 speed. So Seekers are just better. And then Heart Seekers are even better than those. So these are just straight upgrades. And we have Demonettes from the Temple of Decadence, which is also where we can get the Cultists. And the Exalted Demonettes. Then we have the Divine Circus, casualties captured post-battle local, casualties captured local. This gives us the Chariots, which I am not interested in. Then we have the Sensuous Caress, which is the Fiends of Slaanesh, and then the Keeper of Secrets. And then Drifting Tower gets us the Allure-S. So there's Slaanesh and then there's Shadows. Ah, okay. Drifting Forge. And then finally the Soul Grinder, Slaanesh, which is dedicated close combat. It's not ranged like the other Soul Grinders. And then we have these things. So what are they at the top tier? Opulent Antiquity. Income from all buildings, local region, plus 50%. And if control is negative, then they lose further control. So you do not want to let Slaanesh control go negative. Kind of makes sense, actually. Growth, income from buildings, income generated. The polluted globe is growth and replenishment. Upper of Dawn and Dusk is just straight up income. Although it makes double money if control is below -50. That's funny. Cult of Pleasure, Cult of Agony, Profiller its costs. Oh, cults. Control and then Slaanesh Corruption. And if control is positive, then you gain devotees, and if control is above 50, you gain lots of devotees. So Slaanesh, if they have low control, make lots of cash, otherwise they are just a heck of a lot more stable. And we have a normal capital. We don't have any of the weird, like, metropolises or buildings that are constantly building themselves and all of that madness. Well, I generally like things that make me money, or possibly growth. Let's go with the growth, first of all. I'm really tempted to get rid of that building and then use these to build stuff instead. But we need the Demonettes. This time. Technology. That is a lot of different technologies. Okay, so those are going to require different things. So the scent of aberrant promiscuity, extra control, extra growth, profilorate cults, construction cost reduction, construction time, and then that will eventually lead to consumerism. It's just good business. Blood God's Disgust, bonuses fighting against Khorne, chance of plague spreading down, so this is against other demons. Income from raising, income from sacking, income from looting. Fragrance of the Divine, cooldown for Slaanesh and Shadow, Diplo relations with Chaos, Beastman and Norska, relations with Slaanesh, Slaanesh Corruption, that's a good one. And then these require different buildings, Temple of Decadence, Drifting Tower. Okay. Kind of tempted to go for the Corruption. Although the growth one is also good. Let's do that. Aberrant promiscuity.
You shall cavort and confound.
And then we have the Unholy Manifestation. So we have painful pleasure. All units of the army will instantly take 6% damage. But their campaign movement is increased, the speed's increased, weapon damage is increased, and charge is increased. Sounds like a very Dark Elf thing to do.
This is mine, and mine alone.
So what do we need to fight? We need to fight you. So that's just straight down the road. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Mission accomplished. Capture and occupy the following settlement. The Palace of Princes was created by a Slaaneshi troop and as a venue for the mask, but now it is in the hands of Khorne's servants. See, it is returned back to the loins of Slaanesh's attendants. And we'll get the terrifying mask of... proliferate cults. Cost 1,000. Send your followers out into the mortal world. They will establish cults in up to 3 human or elf-owned settlements. Cult buildings provide various benefits and can allow you to increase your seductive influence over certain factions. So this is how you start confederating elven and human territories.
Drink in my excellence. Drink their souls.
Pyrrhic victory, high casualties. They have Chaos Warriors, they have Flyers, they have Bloodthirsters. Bloodletters, not Thirsters. Okay. Pretty sure Slaanesh makes the Dark Elves look very reserved, upstanding members of the Elven community. True. Let's see how we can do this. Oh, was seduce an option? I didn't see it in the run-up. Also, I think it costs money to do. Right. Well, the first thing we want to do is definitely assign at least a demonette to every one of these entrances. Like so. And then probably also a marauder.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
So the marauder can pin, then the demonettes can smash. And I guess I'll bring... cavalry over that side, just because. And we'll put you here. Put you over there. And what have we got left? We're missing something.
Hellstriders!
Oh right, yeah, the Hellstriders, which we'll put here, so we have cavalry on both sides. Are the Hellstriders the really high level one? No, they're the really low level one. Okay. Right, let's see what we're up against. So they've got a unit here. Nothing here. 2 units there. And then lots of units here. So that's... My weakest front is their most defended. Gotcha. Well, they've left this side completely open to the cavalry, so let's go ahead and exploit that fact. And let's have Nkari just going straight into there. He does magic damage, so he doesn't care about their damage resistance. Oops, did not set any orders for these guys. Chaos Warhounds. I think I'm just going to get the cavalry, the cavalry and the chariots to just smash straight through them, and we'll bring you in after. And then over here, we basically just want to pin. Go.
Kai!
Towers down.
Do my next! Soon! Of course! Bringing agony!
Those units are all disintegrating already. We should be disintegrating them fairly soon.
Supple servants of Slaanesh!
But we cannot refuse!
Riders!
Come on. Take the capture point. Let's go!
The aesthetics are lethal.
Do my next!
Huzzah!
Do my next!
Let's get the chariot moving as well. Send the chariot off to Scargrinder. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. You know what? You two may as well just go for the center. Why not?
Souls for Slaanesh!
That's a damage spell. Go ahead and cast that there. Then go ahead and do fascination on them.
Endless craving!
You charge into them. Huzzah!
Marauders! Tear throats!
Sealed to our steeds! The charge!
Alores!
Yes! Hellstriders of Slaanesh!
We're going to capture this just before that tower gets built. That's going to be very frustrating for them. Yep, there we go.
Binding fresh souls! Drinking pain!
We just captured you. That's good. Let's bring you into the fight as well. Do another damage spell to those guys.
Supple servants of Slaanesh! Repulsive and alluring.
Oh, this is all of the Chaos Warriors. Okay, no wonder we're having such a hard time down here. Demonette's going toe-to-toe with Chaos Warriors doesn't really work, so let's put you back.
Of pain!
I am not done. Go by the Hell Forged.
Death through sensation! Sweet depravity!
We want you to go after them. That's just some Chaos Warhounds. So we just have the center point now to take.
Your desires are mine.
That is how you make an entrance. Okay, Ankari is a bit of a wrecking ball, I have to say. Impressive. McHappyface coming in with a 27-month primary subscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, McHappyface. Appreciate that. Ah, it's that time again. Huzzah to another month of good times. I will definitely drink to that. Cheers. And Evil Snowball coming in with a 35-month resubscription. You are getting awfully close to those 3 years. So thank you very much for the ongoing support there as well, Evil Snowball. Appreciate it. So who did the most here? Actually, the chariot got 30. The cavalry got 0, but I think that's mostly because I had you just going for capture points and then their hero. Ankari, not even injured, 59 kills. The Allures got 28. I quite like the Allures, she hits pretty quick. We've got the gold sigil sword, which will give us more melee attack and melee defense. And of course, the city. And we don't have any weird occupation mechanics, we just take cities. Ooh, Master Musician. The Adagio will tear your heart out. Won a battle, +7. Gold Sigil Sword. The golden sword gifts a user with the foresight and the speed in combat that no mortal should ever have. And mission successful. And we got the terrifying mask of Now we need to take out an entire province, and then we get the Shield of Tolos. We also got the Cult Treasurer. Every society, and especially the most secrets, requires a careful hand to count subs and guarded secrets from discovery. Income from all buildings, local province.
The Tempter Lord.
Okay, so you've got the Gold Sigil Sword. You already caused terror. So Roman Cricket can have the terrifying mask off. And the ancillaries have already been given out. Can they be given to you instead? Yes. Actually, the Master Musician should be on Ankari. Yeah. Otherwise, it may not affect the army movement. Okay, Ankari.
Imbibe your essence.
Rapid Ruination and hard to hit. Actually, I think I might just make you just out damaging first of all. Let's increase your charge. Seeing as I'm basically going to be using you as cavalry.
How delightful.
And then you can get Melkoth's Mystify Miasma. Now what I can do is destroy that building, and then replace it with a unit production thing. Although, this is a strategic location. What is your landmark? Or is it not for us? Zinch. So no, it's not for us. Blood Mountain, strat location for who? Khorne? Khorne. Aww.
Just a son.
Okay, well, I would say that that's this turn probably done. Notice how Ankari may seem like a wrecking ball when he's in the formation. His charge is horrendous. He stops a distance away and does a hit on a single entity instead of penetrating the formation with his mass. When I exploded the formation, maybe?
The Tempter Lord.
I forgot to recruit anything this turn. That was a mistake. Oh, whoops, that was summoning a new army. Disciple army has been summoned by Inkari emerging in the Palace of Princes, the Shardlands. I'm actually going to reload the game. I did not mean to do that, because that cost me a bunch of disciples. And I'm also a little bit afraid that because the game hasn't told me to do it yet, I'm going to miss out on a quest. Alright, let's try this again.
Lord.
Before we end the turn, let's actually recruit some units. I'm going to get some of these spear units. And now I can enter. And this time I'm going to hover over the button before I press it. I was expecting that button to be the recruit ally units, which is why I was a bit surprised it was lit up. But no, that is summon the disciple army. Okay.
Drink in my excellence. Drink their souls.
Let's advance before they can build anything else. Let's have you build that.
Existence grows grey and empty.
You do the money buildings. Oh, actually, well, these only max out at level 3. That's fine. Except for this one. Oh no, these two are 4s and 5s. So income building and the cult of agony. The growth building and the income modifier. I mean, we're going to want the income modifier anyway. The growth building is the only one that we'll probably tear down. But that's okay, once everything is fully upgraded. Oh, they brought in a army to defend, although it looks like it's a pretty small army. At the start of your turn, have at least 1,000 devotees. We'll gain extra favour. The temptations of Slaanesh attracts devotees from far and wide into his service. Devotees are used for raising of disciple armies, for the proliferation of Slaanesh cults, and for other purposes. Only Slaaneshi factions collect OVTs, who can be tracked via the counter at the tooltip at the top of the main campaign interface. Recruit 20 units, gain the war banner. So this is expecting a valiant defeat, so I think what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to encircle them and hopefully they'll attack me. And in the meantime, let's see if there's anything else I can build. Yes, I can get the extra income. Oh, pleasurable acts. Pleasure party. Devotees 100, cost 2,000. Growth plus 50, control plus 5. Pleasure hunt, control plus 20, recruitment cost minus 25, recruit rank plus 2. And pleasure arena, income from all buildings plus 20. Costs 50 control. Huh. I don't think I've seen any other faction have local province buffs. They did attack me, so it's expecting a valiant defeat. Let's see if we can surprise them. I did not seduce anything, I should have there. Alksoft wants me to drink some tea. Kalinus wants me to drink some tea. Okay, so they attacked me.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Hell scourge!
Demonettes!
Decadent seekers!
What do you want?
Alright, let's see what you can do.
Your damnation is inevitable. Your musk shall cease.
Of course the damnation is inevitable. They're demons. So they're sending the warhounds off on the side. Weak against armor, which unfortunately none of our army is armored. What I might actually do is take these guys for a bit of a ride.
Arch Tempter! East! No!
Suffer!
Demonettes! Beautiful!
Surging on! That flow like... There, we flit! We go!
They're already disappearing.
Of pain.
We've already shattered warhounds big time.
Divine!
Bend to our will! Surging on! Maim! Kill!
Break their units apart a little bit.
Sweet kiss!
Smash into their back, that'd be good.
Seekers! Bringers of joyous degradation!
Right, what's these guys doing? You pulled away those units, but now I'm going to need you to come in around the back, please.
Bringers of joyous degradation!
Sin and depravity!
Fine!
Supple servants of Slaanesh!
You hit them inside.
Demonette of Slaanesh!
Surging on!
Now I just need to hit these guys in the back before these guys run.
Endless suffering!
Hopefully these charges go off. Ooh, you are getting rather beaten up.
Retreating!
Moving! Sin and depravity!
Alright, those are coming in to support now. Those blood letters are starting to crumble.
Of Slaanesh!
Oh dear, Scipio is dead. Scipio is dead. You didn't last very long there. I know Scipio wasn't your final name. I don't remember what it was though.
There's a gift!
Oh wait, you do magic damage. You attack that.
The dance of
Soul Trigger! Retreat!
pain is a gift!
Make them scream!
That's actually kind of annoying that a hero died like that. Don't get the speed buff anymore. Which in this kind of army is super helpful.
We flee!
There, we flit!
And yes, the demonettes are starting to get banished.
Absolute obedience! Sensation! Bend to our will!
Okay, it looks like their armies are starting to get banished now. Except that they still have 2 units of bloodletters, well, 1 unit of bloodletters and 1 of warriors remaining after this. But we pulled them a long way away with our cavalry.
Demonettes of Slaanesh!
Soul Riders! Consume them!
Valley of suffering shores here.
Souls!
Hunt them down!
Let's make sure we do as much damage here as we can. There's the victory, but that's not enough. I need them dead.
Pain and despair! This will do.
Striders!
Pretty sure they're gone. Yes, just this 1 unit of warriors that I really don't want to be leaving around. How about you just, slow down a bit, chill out. Hopefully the chariots can carve you apart, which will allow these guys in amongst you a bit more.
Slash!
The debauched ones!
Just keep slowing them down. Kislev style. We should be able to kill them all. And there we go, Pyrrhic victory. But still a victory. And we did just decimate their garrison. They have a couple of dogs left and that's it. I think I can probably handle that. I am really rating these guys. The Fiends of Slaanesh, they're strong. Demonettes, yeah. Inkari, obviously. The Hell Riders have actually been pretty decent. The Marauders held out very well, all things considered. Slaanesh's armies just do a ton of damage. I mean, losing is a sensation, and Slaanesh likes sensations. Horn would also be pleased with the amount of blood and death. Noggle would be pleased with all the rotting bodies. And Zinch probably planned for all that. That's very good. Alright, so we got ourselves a Crown of Command out of this. We can get ourselves some replenishment, which I have a feeling we're going to need. Oh yeah, we lost the Allures. Shoot. Yeah, we're definitely going to take the replenishment this time. Roaming Cricket's dead. Crown of Command gained. Campaign line of sight plus 15%. Let no pleasure go untasted. Gift of Slaanesh given to Carnal Stare. I thought Carnal Stare was dead.
Bring ruin.
Alright, so Inkari, let's go and improve your charge even more. And then the Prince of... Wait, Palace of Princes, let's go ahead and upgrade you. Our income is actually really good. I'm a little... Well, our income's really good because we just lost a bunch of units, of course. And you can actually upgrade into another thing as well. Wait, what are these? Recruitment cost. Casualties captured post-battle. Income from raiding, income from raising, and corruption. So, your blue line is also quite good. Oh, I am very pleased that I made Inkari into a fighter. Like, all of these abilities are fighting abilities. So then let's go with Deadly Blade, make you more likely to hit stuff.
Slaughter many.
Decisive Victory. If we auto-resolve, we lose too much. I think I'll fight this myself, seeing as it's just 4 Chaos Warhounds plus their boss. Let's do it. Let's do it. Might want more Marauders. Yeah, that's why I wanted to start building the spears. Unfortunately, I screwed up the building upgrades a bit and tore down the building that was building the spears. Don't know if you know, but if you keep public order under -50, your income buildings give a lot of extra income. True, but if you keep your order below -50, your growth also completely falls off. As do a couple of other things. So it's either money or your cities grow. And at this stage of the game, I want the cities to grow. Right. Start deploying. I think, basically, I just want to have the easiest access to the main entrance. Actually, the easiest access would be here, because it's just open. Or here, where we can attack from multiple angles. You know what? Considering who we are, attacking from multiple angles, I think sounds like the best option. So let's go ahead and spread you lot out a bit. Marauders. There. There.
Pain is a gift.
There.
Scourge!
Chariots. Smashy things. And I'm going to put the cavalry all the way back over here to see if we can capture some stuff. And Kari can go there. Okay, so they did deploy everything here, as I kind of expected.
Taste their fear.
Nope, Slaanesh has no ranged units. Soul Grinder is also close combat.
Guided by hunger. Kai.
Bringers of joyous degradation. Seeking sin.
We must.
Units dead. Bringing in reinforcements here. And Kari is actually taking a bit of damage.
Subtle servants of sin.
But we've got some reinforcements coming in who does magic damage.
Do my nuts!
You know what? You go over there and take that. And you lot come over here and just attack into this.
Bend to our will.
Same with you.
Death through sensation. And demonettes.
Okay, now we've got the rear charge and the flank charge. I think we're going to start doing a lot more damage here. Especially as the bloodletters just disappeared.
Sing and depravity.
Up finding fresh souls.
Done. As we expected, it was going to be pretty straightforward. The only minor obstacle was the fact that their general had respawned, but like none of the rest of their units did any damage. Although I have to say, Inkari did take quite a lot of damage there. Dueling Gramak to the 8th pillar. And that's going to be 3 of the 4 locations now taken. And then we just need to rebuild a little bit before the last one. Hopefully we get there before anybody else. You can steal units with seduction. That's true, you can. Ooh, Gambler's armor. Ward save and armor. There we go. That's what you are after.
House of Chaos rejects you!
Master Painter. Their brushstrokes are so delicate they can make a mortal weep tears of ecstatic joy. Marauders Slaanesh units are cheaper. Ronald, the god of thieves, tricksters and gamblers, has blessed this armor for those who are willing to take a chance.
The Tempter Lord!
So let's go ahead. Whoops. Keep that on. And give you an even more deadly blade.
To savor.
Although we could actually give ourselves buffs against Khorne. You know what, considering who we're fighting against, that does sound pretty useful. Let's do that.
You wait to slay. Let me imbibe your essence.
And the fetid catacombs have the growth building already. And that suits me just fine.
A malignancy pervades.
Blood Mountain's got a Nurgle plague. That's not good. Right, we should continue recruiting.
Tempter Lord!
More of those. Definitely more of the spearmen. We need the front line. Because I've pretty much determined that these Marauders of Slaanesh are pretty garbage. In fact, I think I'm just going to straight up just delete you. And just replace you with spearmen. There's no point to not having spears in that role. "50 Shades of Purple." Mutation is usually the bulwark of Zinch, but it has its uses for Slaanesh. There is a moan from beyond, and your followers sprout gossamer lavender tendrils. Wherever they tread, their new fronds help themselves to flesh, caressing and lashing, clasping and tantalizing, bringing shivers of ecstasy all around. +6 Slaaneshi corruption local province. Fort Inkari. And mission issued, summon a disciple army, a fervent force. And we'll gain the opal amulet for this, which is a damage resist buff.
The greatest secrets are mine. Alone.
Let's get some more spearmen. I'd really like to take this place so that I can have this whole province secured. Oh, I should have built something in the fetid place as well. Oh well.
The sensations we shall share.
Trade agreement. They want a payment for this though. No, because I'm going to have super positive relations with like everyone, so paying people to do stuff? Nah. With its fresh yet sensual musk, this intoxicating fragrance compels flesh towards flesh in any situation. Its floral top note guarantees maximum fertility. Imminent rebellion in our home territory. Breaking inhibitions. Raise Slaanesh's corruption in any adjacent region not already controlled by Slaanesh to 75. We'll gain a bunch of devotees for that. Spread the hedonistic message of Slaanesh far and wide to gain the favour of the Prince of Pleasure, unlocking unholy manifestations and making it more likely that he will become ascendant in the great game. Alright, next up, so we can get the extra control. We can make the proliferate cults cheaper.
You may bow.
Which is... Is it this? Yeah, it's this. And you know what? That actually sounds like a good idea, because we're getting pretty close to being able to do that. Leadership and melee defense against Khorne. Extra corruption would also be really nice, but no, I think we're going to go with the proliferate cults. We got to get this rampant consumerism in.
As it is beautiful.
Great you.
Drink in my excellence.
Then two of those.
You have no choice.
And yes, we know that there's an uprising due soon. Rebellion. Uprising is done. Black Venom have been destroyed. Disciplinarian. +1 control. Good order shall be at the heart of any regime. Host a pleasurable act in any province. The followers of Slaanesh are infamous for their debauched revelry. Such events held in and around the palaces of the Dark Prince can generate a number of beneficial effects over time. Pleasurable acts can be initiated on the province info panel when a controlled settlement is selected. The tooltip of each act's button shows the cost and the benefits associated with that act. Each pleasurable act costs devotees to perform. And just doing this, we gain some.
Rebellion comes! Rejoice!
Right, let's just double check again what the downside. So here we go. If control is negative, you get even more negative control for having the opulent antiquary. And if you have positive control, you get more devotees from the Cult of Agony. Which at the moment we don't actually have any of. Let's get the crystalline pool and let's upgrade you to the fragrant pavilion, which will allow us to get the hell scourges. Now here's a question. What's really the difference between hell scourges and spears? 32, 42, 28. I can select them. 26, 32, 25. So the hell scourges are just better. There's no reason not to use hell scourges in basically every single situation. So 2 turns, and then I replace all of the spearmen that I've just been spending time recruiting for hell scourges. Great. So in that case, I think I'm just going to start attacking. Except for the anti-large. True. But my anti-large are my cavalry.
Have vengeance on them.
Oh. My hero just did some damage, which means he would have taken some damage. He didn't move back to town. I sense an opportunity. Mission accomplished. Ancient Agony. Grayling. A keeper of secrets brings you a shimmering crystal which they claim houses the frozen soul of an old one, captured in the anguished moment of death, forever voicing their final scream. While it's almost certainly merely a mere Slaan soul, such a gift is nevertheless irresistible to any ruinous servant. I can't actually speak to Grayling because we don't know who that is. Ooh, what's this? Spread enough chaos corruption to unlock a holy manifestation. We gain the talisman of endurance. I would very much like to have. Well, seeing as you were just stupid enough to leave town, let's go and crush you while you're out there on your own. You even ran away.
The Tempter Lord. I only obey bloodfather.
I gotta go for the town first. Because if I kill you, then the town can just build another army next turn. And we're just going to attack this. You're expecting a valiant defeat. This might have been a mistake. This place is clearly upgraded. Yeah, it's a level 3 already. Damn it. They upgraded that fast. That's true, we can seduce. You're not wrong. We can also summon a discipline army, disciple army. Look at that.
New avatar of sensation.
Why is this one so much stronger? A disciple army is summoned from the existing Slaanesh military force of Consolidating, yada yada yada. Summoning the army must be in a province that features a certain amount of Slaanesh corruption. I guess the more corrupt it is, the bigger the army. And we got the Opal Amulet, which gives us hit points and a damage resist ward save, which Ankari is definitely going to start using.
My wrath. Their secrets.
Now we can attack.
Bring ruin.
Yeah, we are doing research. We're researching proliferate cults. So many choke points. Good thing Khorne hates wizards. True. And having so many choke points is actually really good for us, because it means I can attack multiple directions.
The Eternal Hunters!
And make the best use out of the fact that we have a bunch of units who are specialists at flanking. See if I can hit them from every single angle. I bet you I probably can. No, because I can't hit them from here. Yes, I can. We can just set up here. No, is that from every angle? No, we've missed one. You know what? We're going to put the chariots in this one that we've missed. It's just the uphill ride. Then Kari can go... Actually, kind of tempted to put you here. No, I think I'm going to put you here, because then you can attack in either direction. Then the demonettes... Put one of you over here, because there are several options that we can attack from there, and also here. Then the cavalry can come in over here, where we are just a long way away. Wait, it's not there. Where's the thing that's separated? Why you can't deploy immediately in front of the settlement? Yeah. No, it's here. We're still going to deploy them over here. So you guys being basically where you are now is fine. Then we got these guys who are actually the hard hitters. Let's have you over here. Okay, where are their units? Their units are all around on that side. So over here we've basically got no resistance. Which suits me just fine.
Decadent seekers!
Power is actually connected to you, so maybe I want to put these guys in the middle. Just go straight for the main point.
Do not touch the Kari.
Yeah, unfortunately they do have a bunch of towers over here, but we should be able to capture that pretty quickly. Come over here.
Torches, sweet kiss for Slaanesh. Supple servants of Slaanesh. Bring Demon Axe.
Now hit them in the flank. There you go.
The pangs of suffering. Hell's Gouge!
Demon Axe.
Agreed.
Souls for Slaanesh!
9 seconds until the bulk of my forces arrive. There they come. Including several more Seeker chariots. We've got some more Seekers of Slaanesh. You two won your fight. Good stuff.
Onward. Guided by hunger. We flee.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Do thine axe.
Of course. We go.
You just built a barricade here. No, it's a monument. I think. That's a barricade.
Aye.
Demon Axe.
More bloodthirsters.
Spearmen.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Rend. There we fit.
Hell's Gouges! Serving the Pact!
Oh, geez, these guys are getting annihilated. That's not good.
Do thine axe.
Marauders!
It's because of the frickin'
Hellstriders
tower
of
there.
Slaanesh!
Sin.
Need to get these guys out. I do not want them dead. Alright, time for you to retreat. Oh no! Don't lose morale. Forgot you guys are demons. No! I think they're gonna be alright.
The Purple Herald.
Do that on you.
Marauders. We will hunt.
The pangs of suffering!
Oh, those are
Supple
ours.
servants of Slaanesh.
Yeah, okay, we got this.
Bring us souls!
You did the job. You almost took the central point.
I am not done.
Oh wait, they were Hell Riders. Never mind. They weren't the Fiends. It's the Fiends I really didn't want to lose.
Spears.
Stay ready.
Yeah, we would really have struggled to fight this with just the one army.
Hellstriders!
And you guys being Hellstriders is why you didn't disintegrate.
Marauders!
Unlike this plague. We go at on so hey.
Aye. Marauders of Slaanesh!
Right, so which ones have I not captured yet? That one.
Guided by on the hunt.
Wonder if I can get past the
To the
bloodletters
next
here.
victory!
Gonna use our speed.
We flee!
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Guided by hunger!
Ah, they don't care that we're just riding past. Alright, sound. Oh, but there's a tower there. Maybe not.
Hell's traitors!
Even at the Slaanesh!
Wait, did we just kill that tower? No. Killed that tower.
Marauders! It brings souls.
Avatar of torment! Ravishing slaughter!
Will I play Boris? I already have a game where I am playing as Boris, which you can find on YouTube. It is the Something Rotten in Kislev campaign. And if you don't know where my YouTube is, you can find it at youtube.com/MordredViking or type in !YouTube. So they lost 700, we lost 500 and something, and Kari got 148 kills. Wow. These guys, 94 with like no losses. I really rate these. The Fiends of Slaanesh. They're very, very good. Bloodletters did quite well. One of the Chaos Warriors did quite well. We'll probably just end up merging a bunch of the Marauders. Did I forget the chariots? No, I think they went and captured a point. Then I probably forgot about them. Okay, good. Gaining a bunch of monies. Occupy that. Shield of Tolos. Gained, because we took the province. Victory over Khorne. They come to spill blood and take heads, but the Blood God's forces were served ignominious defeat instead. Khorne's revenge will be terrible when it comes, however. Province secured. Belmont's got the plague, and we have taken over the Shardlands. Devotion to the cause. At the start of your turn, have at least 1,000 devotees, which we have done. Capture 2 provinces. Mission issued. Proliferate the Chaos Cults. We will do that once my technology is done. Okay, good.
A victory soaked in pain.
So let's go ahead and upgrade your Deadly Blade and Foeseeker. Speed and Vigor regain. That sounds good to me.
A new way to slay.
And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab all of you and just merge. So we've got 3 spears
The
left.
perfect prince prevails.
And then we're going to recruit some demonettes instead.
Shall sample greatness.
Alright, so what can be done? We can upgrade Blood Mountain, which we will do. You've already got the Crystalline Pool. So the growth in this place should be absolutely astronomical. It is. It is very, very good.
The herald of Slaanesh.
Huzzah! Shifting Monolith is a capital. Whose capital? Kvelik. That is Kvelik. Norska? Yeah, they're Norska. Are they Norska? They're Khorne. Wait, what's this? Seductive influence. A faction's seductive influence increases when contact is made with the Slaaneshi faction via diplomacy or battle, or via the cult, the gift of Slaanesh, and the high Slaanesh corruption. Factions with high seductive influence are more manipulable and can eventually be forced into vassalage. Only human, elven, and beastman factions are vulnerable to seductive influence. Oh, and beastmen as well. That was not mentioned earlier. So we could vassalize beastmen. Interesting.
Artisan of pain.
But we're going to want Truleth Sunderfile to go after Warfiend. The only thing that I'm a little hesitant on is I want Inkari there as well, so Inkari can get the experience. We can't recruit any heroes yet, can we? What is needed for that? So the Cultist is there, the Allures is here, so we'd need a level 3 Dimensional Rift. Oh yeah, and the Rift provides corruption, whereas the Bastion provides growth. And then military recruitment buildings versus infrastructure buildings. I mean, we're doing a lot more infrastructure in this province, so this probably should be a citadel. Although we would lose the corruption that we're currently gaining. The 6 from buildings is from that citadel. Right, and then we have these as well, so we can get growth and control. Control, recruitment cost, recruit rank, income from all buildings. I don't think I want to do any of those just yet. Well, is there any real reason not to? We have a lot of devotees. These all take 5 turns, and the cooldown is 10. I mean, having the control recover quicker would be nice. It's too bad that none of these are corruption. I mean, Khorne's corruption is dropping very quickly. Wow, minus 12 control from that. Wow. That's rather painful. So I guess we want to stay as the Dimensional Breach for now, and then probably eventually switch to the other one.
Slaanesh Herald.
You just chill where you are. Right, here we go. Corruption and adjacent +3, corruption +3. Yeah, we want to do that. Proliferate cults -2. Growth goes up. Control, chance of plagues down. Enemy movement down. Construction for all buildings and income from all buildings. So the Cavalcade of Dark Desires will probably eventually do, but right now we're fostering those cults, because I want that corruption. And you just straight up attack me. Bye. Hey, Blondie, how are you doing? Really need to sit down and play this game. Haven't played a proper campaign since before Taurox was announced. Really? Am I allowed to actually give an opinion on this game yet? No. No, I'm not. All I can do is show you. That is what I'm doing. Alright, so it is a decisive victory expected. You attacked Inkari. Expecting medium casualties. I'm not auto-resolving this, because this would actually lose me a bunch of my troops. We're not bothering to seduce any of them. We'll let the settlement garrison and Truleth fight this one, I think. Oh wait, is this also a settlement? This is a settlement battle too. Interesting. Alright, alright. Do. One message I just need to send. And that is a pretty pathetic starting amount of magic, so let's go ahead and gamble that away. It rises by 1. 1. Okay. And they are all attacking me from that position. Fair enough. Let's position our units back here. And I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to try and hold them at this position. So let's go ahead and get the armor-piercing missile tower, because we're going to need it. And we're going to get all of these marauders standing here. We'll have some demonettes in reserve. We'll have Inkari back here together with you and these guys, just because I'd like to give them some experience. Although they're good at rear charges. Hold on. How about we put you over here together with these marauders, just in case they decide to have a go at taking this position, which I think would be a bad idea, but you never know, they may try.
Decadent seekers!
And the Furies we put here. So Slaanesh Furies do magic damage. Do Furies always do magic damage, or is that a Slaanesh thing? I'm always trying to work out exactly what the difference is between the different Furies are.
Pulse Riders!
Let's put them there. Carnal Stare is a pretty Slaanesh-y name for a bloodthirster. I know, right?
I can sense your needs, your cravings.
Okay, so you are coming this way.
The eternal
What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to get these out before they arrive.
Souls for Slaanesh!
And we'll just put the marauders here. Otherwise we'll have to go a longer way around.
Time.
Thought that's how I might hit there. Oh well. Oh yeah! Bye! Whoop, 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 whoop.
Marauders of Slaanesh! Guided by hunger!
Arch Tempter.
And we may as well just start lashing away at these guys, quite honestly. Lost you? 95. How fast are they? 95. We'll actually catch them. But what you can do is charge them in the back. And remember, these are expert flankers. Which means they'll do the extra damage for hitting them in the back.
Power of Slaanesh.
Incoming! I just need to be careful that these don't catch me in the back, because that would be annoying.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Time.
Okay, reinforcement armies are arriving. Oh man, they're miles away. Fine. You guys I know are very fast, so let's have you coming around here. Go!
To the next fix! Seeking Slaanesh's embrace! Endless craving!
Souls. Not moving.
Put you back before you start to disintegrate, although you have the Crown of Command, so that's less likely to happen.
Touch Inkari. Crush of guts. Charge.
Backing off. That'll be fine. You lot are going to slam into their back and then do some serious damage. Are you guys armor piercing? You are. Ah, they saw me coming. Not enough. Devastating flank, which remember doubles my charge bonus, which is already 38. These are quite possibly the best cavalry unit I have seen in this game. Longmire Lancers were great, don't get me wrong, they were fantastic, but they might well have them beat. Right, I should have been building some more towers. Let's put one there, let's put one here. So I think they're going after Nkari. They can. Oh, here comes the cavalry!
Seekers, that flow like wine.
Alright, they're as good as dead.
Bringing agony.
In fact, I think they are dead.
Bravo!
Death through sensation.
You're disintegrating. Let's have you chase them down. Nkari did get 62 kills, 11,000 damage inflicted. How much did these guys do? They actually lost one. Mental, 8,000. Right, Marauders, you just get out of the way.
Victory!
Sin and depravity.
These are also demons. Right, let's make sure none escape. Those guys are virtually dead. These guys will be pretty much dead as well in just a moment. They are one guy. I'll let the one guy live. He's not actually going to live. We'll catch him in the post results, but still. And there we are. That was a pretty good result. Although we did massively outnumber them. You got 102 kills and lost like nothing. Yeah, okay. Those things are ridiculous. Good, 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 good. Wolfie Wolf LP, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So the settlement garrison mostly died, but that was kind of to be expected. So long as nobody else did, it's fine. We can take a pretty hefty amount of replenishment. We can take some more ATs, we can take the money. We also get the Trickster's Shard, which is better if you're a caster, which we're not. Take the replenishment. You survived? Wait, what? Flipping Warhound, seriously?
Together, we can bring ruin to all.
What's up, Listorgal? You want a non-aggression pact? You're my next door neighbor. I'm afraid I cannot. I cannot promise this. Meanwhile, Kvelig is on his way up. Okie dokie. And Krunak is attacking the Palace of Ruin. Good. I was hoping you would. Master Painter, upkeep reduction for Marauders of Slaanesh, Trickster's Shard for Nkari. Palace of Ruins under siege, and the great game, A New God Ascends. Khorne is up, so Khorne has the more powerful manifestations. Fostering enmity. Sign a non-aggression pact with any faction. Favor gained and devotees. Seduce an enemy unit prior to battle. Right, we hadn't actually been told to do this before. Such is the allure of the Dark Prince, the Slaanesh armies may be able to entice enemy units to switch sides prior to the battle. Seduced units will fight against their former allies for the duration of that engagement. Slaanesh armies can spend favour to seduce enemy units on the pre-battle panel.
Brute! You dishonour depravity.
Right, so now that we can get these, we can better see the difference between them and spearmen. So the Marauders have more melee attack, more melee defense, more weapon strength, more charge bonus. They are both shielded. The only difference here is that these are anti-large and these are not. Just the defender trait. Elite unit excels at pinning enemy units down in melee, buying time for the rest of the army to get into position. Yes, okay. And the fact that you have 10 more melee defense. Your anti-large bonus is 15. So you would do 40 damage against large compared to your 28. So I think keeping these is fine. And then we'll just recruit a bunch of Marauders with the Hell Scourges. There's zero reason not to.
You will serve. You have no choice. Come to me.
The Herald of Slaanesh.
Fact.
The Tempter Lord. Drink their souls.
Squish. No one wanted to join us. Go on. Why not? Bloody Sword have been obliterated. Good. And Inkari is now level 10. You can gain another skill point. You can get Willing Prey. Seduce units, cost minus 10. AoE, minus 24 attack, minus 40 defense. Good grief.
A new way to slay.
Delights without boundaries.
And, well, actually both of you are going to need to go that way. We're still neutral to them, though we will need to kill them. Oh, and that is where Scarbrand is. Right. Blighted Grove is actually owned by another Slaanesh faction. But these three are all Nurgle. That's gemstones. I feel like we would be in a good position to use gemstones. Alright, Fetid Catacombs. Let's go ahead and get the Eternal Mirror. We're actually super wealthy, blimey. And what else do we need? We want to start building the money building, don't we? The Dance of Dreaming. And right, there's a reason we're making so much money. It's because our control is so bad. We're currently sitting at minus 81 control, and it's still going down. Alright, Palace of Ruin. Ooh, our garrison here isn't actually that big. Valiant defeat with high casualties. Really? Well, yeah, they do have flesh hounds. Which do hit like a truck. Oh, but we have spears. Flesh hounds are large. And you're also anti-large. The only unit I can bribe away are those guys. Not really worth it. Yeah, it's expensive to seduce. That's one of the reasons I haven't been doing it that much. Because I know it's costly. Alright, let's fight these guys, see what we can do. I like the cavalry in Warhammer 2, I like playing the elven factions, I like coffee, apparently I'm a heretic. Absolutely you are. I think of all the Chaos factions, Ankari is probably my favourite faction leader, just seems so powerful and versatile. I so far would agree with you. Like, I quite like Scarbrand. I mean, of the most versatile is obviously the Demon Prince. I quite liked Zinch guy, Kairos. Didn't like Nurgle at all. Not my style. Which is weird, because I usually quite like slow-moving tanky armies, but... no.
The Eternal Hunters!
Kind of wish I was deploying on that side. So let's go ahead and deploy you lot. Hellstriders. We'll put on the right flank. Furies we'll put here. Boss person we'll put here.
The debauched ones!
Demonettes. You know what? Other way around. Let's put the Demonettes up here so that they can flank and then roll.
Luscious deviants! The tortures we shall write upon mortal and demon alike.
Looks like both armies are just maneuvering right now. I think I want to try and hit them from here if I can. So that is what we're going to do. How many seduce cost modifiers can you stack? I wonder how viable it can be, especially considering they only stick with you for the battle. Seems like a waste of resources otherwise. I mean, I'm sure it can be pretty powerful in like a garrison battle where you could take away one of their like tanky warriors of Khorne. Be great for us, or you know, archers or artillery. Actually, I kind of see the seduce being really good against like Cathayan factions where you just nick their Sky Lantern. Alright, we got what we wanted.
Driven by pain.
Alores!
Supple servants of Slaanesh!
Spears! A dark bargain.
Flurry of talent!
Oh, you can go over there.
Force! Surging on!
You can stand on top of lava? Not sure I would trust that ground, personally.
Hell's traitors! To the next victory!
Demonettes! Death through sensation!
Alright, we're starting to get close enough where we can begin to think more about who's attacking what.
I am ready.
Okay, so you have acquiescence, that's good. And we've actually charged up pretty much all of the magic, seeing as we've actually been
Demonettes
maneuvering
of
for
Slaanesh!
7 minutes of game time. Maybe it's just aesthetic lava. Chaos Gods installed it because they like the vibe it creates, but they don't like it too hot. Okay, so it's like laser lighting. It's a lava lamp. That's the Chaos version of a lava lamp. Gotcha. Alright, keep on moving forwards.
Good, yes.
We cannot refuse. Souls for Slaanesh!
Stop. I need you to stop. I need you lot to now position pretty much where you are standing. So, run. You guys are braced. Excellent. We got. No, you changed. Ah. Well, we'll see how you do.
The deepest sin and depravity. Beautiful pain. Demon X, make them scream.
These guys are not.
Hellstriders of Slaanesh!
Now they're moving.
Absolute obedience. Demon X.
You changed path at the last second, and you know what? I'm okay with this. You go for the Chaos Warhounds, you go for the Flesh Hounds. Yeah, this works. This works nicely.
Diversions.
Demon X.
Alores.
Spearmen held. The regular Marauders did not.
Demon X.
And these Bloodletters are already starting to have leadership issues because of the recharges from the Demonettes. Too bad those guys didn't hold a little bit better.
Repulsive.
Need some leadership
and
buffs,
alluring.
clearly.
It pleases Slaanesh!
Demon X. Sin and depravity. Bringers of joyous degradation.
Don't want you disintegrating if at all possible. Let's debuff those Bloodletters. Have you attack into them instead.
Bring us souls! Seeking Slaanesh's embrace!
Bring them agony.
Hellstriders!
Oh, they died.
A harvest of torment souls!
And there we go. Victory is ours. So yeah, unfortunately the Demonette unit that did the most damage was the one that was destroyed. The Furies did their job, held down their Chaos Hounds. Their Flesh Hounds did nothing because we just hard countered them with the Spearmen. Disappointed how the Marauders did, but also not surprised. Wonder then where the strength of that faction, less fight you make, deal with everybody. Maybe it could be a faction of shadow sending vassals to fight. Yeah, it's this faction in particular is a diplomatic faction. We're just in the middle of the Chaos Waste, so we can't really use it yet. But once we break out of the Chaos Waste and get to Norska, that's when we're going to shine. Because we have a plus 20 diplomatic relations bonus with everyone. That's not including the faction bonuses we get. That's just our faction mechanic. Well, that's not including the technology bonuses and stuff like that. That's our faction mechanic. Replenishment? No, this is garrison. For Pete's sake, it was just the goddamn Warhounds again. Let's take the money and run.
Their souls.
Hopefully you just turn around and attack me again rather than sit there and try to recruit.
Nothing else matters but sensation.
Alright, Hikari. We need to go and intercept Hezkus. Then we need to come down here to go after Fortress of the Damned. Chain of Torment. Yeah, we need to come down this. And basically just secure this section. Oh, we're right on the edge of the map. Okay, Sea of Chaos. And Norska's just below us. Okay, that makes more sense. So, the big Chaos area is here, but this is Norska. So we basically need to secure this coastline, then just jump across to Norska. And we have Scarbrand down there. And that's what it meant by this, separating our realms. So Scarbrand's going to go into the actual Chaos Wastes. We might actually want non-aggression with Nurgle in that case, because he's a buffer state. But yes, in other words, this definitely means that our armies want to be rushing over in this direction.
The Herald of Slaanesh.
And Kari can continue recruiting some more Scourge guys.
Son of greatness.
Meanwhile, our control is still dropping. There's a Khorne's corruption. Our people are having too many cornflakes, and they don't like it. Although the more Slaanesh corruption we get, the other corruptions will be reduced. So Khorne corruption is going down, slowly but surely. And once we hit 100, we can basically turn off the rift and turn it into a bastion. Which will be nice, because then we'll be on the higher level infrastructure buildings, which will just cost more. Eddie is just attacking us. I like how his name is just Eddie. Hi, Ed. Bye, Ed. An ocean of flesh. Capture and occupy the following settlements, the shifting monolith. So yes, that is telling me to go south. The Lord of Excess grows tired of the same sights and demands we frolic on a new boudoir. Naturally, he must have room enough for the countless of thousands of his concubines. This realm should suffice. The Whitstealer Sword. Win the following battle with Ankari. Income from post-battle loot. Corruption, big time. Attack, draining attacks. What's a draining attack? Weapon strength. Recruitment cost. Whitstealer Sword augment doubles for 17 seconds our damage output. One touch from this enchanted blade and the poor fool won't know where they are or why they are here, let alone be able to defend themselves. Oops, where did that display? Oh, it's against the High Elves. That's a lot of Phoenix Guard. That's a lot of dragons. This is a high-level High Elf army. So, not anytime soon.
Starvation is a potent sensation.
Rip all hope from them.
Okay, so that attack is dealt with. Now we are gaining this because the Khorne corruption continues to drop. Good. Ankari, are you in range? You are.
Secrets are mine. Alone.
Let's see if Truleth's Underfile is in range as well.
The Tempter Lord.
The short answer is
Any moment without pleasure is wasted.
I am thirsty. Ambush.
Let's see if we can ambush you as you're trying to attack Trula.
I am irresistible.
Alright, the fetid catacombs. We're going to go ahead and upgrade to the Pageant of Pain. We're going to make the most of our huge income while we have the control so poor. We could do the pleasure hunt. 20%, oh, plus 20 control, minus 25 recruitment costs, and we get also a better recruit rank. More importantly, that plus 20 control, though. I don't think we so much need the growth. 200 devotees, though, is pretty pricey. In 2 turns, however, we will be able to get the cheaper proliferate cults. Cost 750 instead of 1,000. So let's do that. Let's see if we can start this place recovering. We're now gaining 28. And also our corruption's maxed out. So enemy corruption should be dropping like an absolute bomb right now. Oh! Oh no, it is still on a per province basis. Oh, it was regional there for a second. That wouldn't make sense if it's talking about control. Mr. McNasty wants me to drink some tea. Gotcha. And Grim Fate, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Oh man, yeah, this is actually a fairly strong army. They've got Chaos Warriors, they've got Forsaken, they've got Aspiring Champions. They've got Aspiring Champions. I've got Aspiring Champions. There we go, we've used the seduce action. I wonder if you can seduce away the High Elf units. Interesting thought. Pleasure things aren't cults. Cults are another mechanic. Yeah, I know. But the technology I'm researching, just to put a bit of context here, is reducing the cost of the cults by 25%. Currently they cost 1,000. It's the button at the top of the screen, I know that. But with the 25% reduction, they will then drop in price to 750, meaning that I can afford both the cult and also the pleasure thing. Okay, so my reinforcements... Oh man, are arriving from behind them? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, they're almost certainly going to make a rush for this, so... Aspiring Champions, let's go and put you right in the middle of this.
Whips! Marauders of Slaanesh! Spare!
You guys are mostly there to just stop them, if you can. And demonettes we'll put down here. And all the cavalry units we'll put up here. Maybe here. Yeah, we'll put them there, because they can just charge down the end of the line. Ankari. Put there. Maybe there. We're definitely channeling more magic, because 4 starting spells is pathetic.
There goes pestilent claw.
Oh, it's actually a good thing we put the spears here. I didn't even look at what their formation composition was. Cool.
Wait.
Oh, cavalry.
Plan of your misery is my desire.
Demonettes!
Bring us of joyous degradation.
my pay!
And so it begins.
Tasmagoria!
Oh, it's a single target debuff. Who needs this the most? Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no.
Mokakari moves.
For Slaanesh!
Agonizing death!
Well, we've definitely done a lot of damage. You have unfortunately managed to escape.
Agreed.
Push him out, push him out, push him out. Rampage.
Bringers of joyous degradation!
Tear throats!
Kari.
Bring us souls!
Consume them!
We hunt!
Reinforcements are arriving. Let's bring you down.
All will be despoiled. Obliterate them.
Gotta have the cavalry actually targeting people. And the chariots can just go for the center here.
Marauders!
Demonette of Slaanesh!
Now! Kill! Kill!
Kill.
Serving the pack!
Sounds like a plan to me. Come on, kill, kill. Not going to escape, is he? Oh, god damn it. No, he didn't. That's him there. I want him dead! I think he is going to be dead. Come on. Come on. Gotcha. That's basically everyone. That was incredibly decisive. 70 losses, 822 kills. Unfortunately, that unit of its... So this is one of the problems I kind of foresaw with the seduction thing. Is if you win as decisively as this, then you're basically just gifting them a full strength unit right back again. So in instances where you're trying to destroy their army, it's not going to be destroyed because they now have a full strength unit. So I think that seduction mechanic really is going to be the most useful in sieges, not in open battles. Found this channel from watching the Total War Warhammer 3 multi-user battle on Templin's channel. So far I think Mordred's a little better at this game. I've had a bit more practice than Templin though, to be fair. So what you're saying is get their unit killed first and kill the rest of them. Yeah, which is what I tried to do by putting the aspiring champions in the middle of their stack. But he was just so much more powerful than they are. That is a lot of devotees. Let's do that.
To my will.
And then he's going to try to run like hell. Fair enough. We will be chasing you though, because I'm now attacking down that path. A third breast adorned with a dozen golden nipples. Well, I am sure we can find a use for them in time. Diplomatic relations plus 15 with Slaaneshi factions, because we have a Slaaneshi mutant. Gift of Slaanesh given.
The Tempter Lord.
Right, so you now have access to these, so I can make you a movement speed of 124. We can also give you the Unsubtle Seduction, which gets rid of the Corn Corruption. Monstrous Figure for that plus 12% damage and speed sounds great. And then I think I'm also going to take the Unsubtle Seduction, actually, because Corn Corruption really hurts. And this is going to be down to how fast you can move. Slaanesh should be in a town? No. Didn't think so.
Drink in my excellence.
Worth checking, though. And you may as well recruit some more of those while we're here. And then the Shardlands. We can upgrade the Palace of Ruin, and I think that is what I would like to do. And I think at this point we're going to just straight up build an Infernal Citadel. So we're converting away from the portal. Ah, you can get iron. Gives us an extra devotee per turn, gives us ingots, and also income from all buildings in this province. So yeah, the Shardlands is going to be a serious money spinner for us. So maybe we do want to keep control here low. Now, is there any trade we can be doing? So, Exquisite Pain really likes us. Oh, can't quite get the non-aggression pact, but our relations are going to rise up to 64. So, that's going to work well. We are starting very slowly to take over the Beastmen, though they have a innate resistance, so not so much. Demons of Chaos, that is... yeah, the Prince.
Shall go forth
Get non-aggression pact.
in godly glory.
Let's do that. Let's see if we can corrupt you. Because then I can get the Demon Prince. Oh, except I don't have any seductive influence over you, so I don't think you are actually one of the ones I can corrupt. So I can't vassalize you. I can ally you, but I can't vassalize you. These guys, however, we can corrupt. Oh, I see. The more settlements they have, the more resistant they are. Okay, that makes sense. And Nurgle really like us. Oh my gosh, we have so many positive relations. Mission successful. Fostering enmity. Devotees in favour goes up. Next turn we get our technology, then we can do the proliferate cults. And at that point, I think we can really start to play Puppet Master.
I have met you in dreams. Now you are here for your nightmare.
Warriors of Chaos want a peace deal. Absolutely not. I'm just about to start attacking you, so no. Kfelig is trying to run away. Flesh for the Flesh God. A caravan of lithe dark elves arrives at your door, having heard tales of your legendary cruelty and become desirous to join your cause. They are frankly too delicate to fight for you, but they are exceedingly alluring. So diplomatic relations with other Slaaneshi factions plus 20, or plus 6 melee attack against Khorne. Let's do that. Send the Druchi to your decadent brothers and sisters in sin, and they will be so very easily made willing, and your freshly satiated kin will owe you a debt of gratitude. Now, I'm hoping that we will be able to get you
that frisson you feel within. Let it warm body parts. Let the lust overcome you. Maybe you
Alright, so we have non-aggression pact with exquisite pain, so hopefully we'll just straight up confederate them in the future. Euphoric dominance, high notes of sandalwood and distilled soul essence ensure maximum compliance, while subtle hints of ruinous flora transmute agonized exhaustion into unbridled ecstasy. So the cults can now proliferate, and we're going to go ahead and do that.
I am irresistible. This I know.
So we have now done some cults. Earlhart has a cult. So in the places that have cults, we need to click on you and then actually build it. So we can seduce units, local province, and we gain devotees, seductive influence +4 per turn for the settlement. Temporary diplomatic relations bonus to the settlement owner, seductive influence +3. Oh, I see, and when they earn enough money, then the seductive influence goes up even further. Excess cult atelier. Cultist hero will be summoned near the settlement if the capacity is available. Seductive influence +3. If control is 50 or more, then they get even more seductive influence. Or the excess cult salon. Disciple army will be summoned, but the cult is destroyed. I mean, that's a +6, and this is in the heart of the Empire. It's in Altdorf. So, they're... Oh my gosh, I could get Karl Franz on our side, like, really early. Potentially. I think we're going to do the excess cult atelier. Is this when my income is 300 or higher, or when their income is 300 or higher? Because right now my income is not 300 or higher. Well, I'm sure we'll find that out in the future. So right now we're going to do the excess cult atelier because I'm pretty sure their control will remain high. Although actually, if I start... It's a shame we don't have anything that does corruption. I wonder if cultists spread corruption. Well, we get a cultist if we do this, so we can find out. Takes 3 turns. We have cult in Snakegate. Oh! In the gate! Well, this definitely seems to be an excess cult den. We'll get the devotees, and more importantly, we get the cheaper seduce units for when we do attack the gate, which will probably happen at some point. And then Non-Chang. Oh, it doesn't cost money to build this. It costs devotees to do this. Ah, okay. So we just need to remember that Non-Chan has a cult there. Construct a chaos cult building. In fact, you know what? The Snake Cult, Snake Gate Cult, not as interested, because that's going to be long term. Here, however, it's based on their income. So Non-Chang is Cathay. Cathay makes loads of money, and you can see the income actually right there. I think that this one wants to be the excess cult parlor. Secret parlors draped in satins and soft furnishing and sweet scent of perfumes and seduction. And the other one, the artistic flock to the seclusion of the ateliers, unaware at first of their dark patron. Alright, cool. So that's those 2 done. Now I think we probably are moving to try to get rampant consumerism. So 15% cheaper construction everywhere. Seems good to me. Six is the number of the Dark Prince. 6 are the perfume houses of Slaanesh, each with a captivating sense awaiting to be discovered.
A fine boon.
And then the... we can see the cults here. Okay, cool. And our control is now rising by a whopping 30 a turn. And we're 3 turns away from finishing the upgrade there. And Kari needs to move. Let's move you first so I can see how far I can go.
Of Slaanesh.
And you can follow up.
Time to savor.
And you can continue recruiting some more of those marauders. Now, Fortress of the Damned. Slaanesh, strategic location, so we do get a special point there. Okay, onwards.
You do so wither and rage. It amuses me.
Peace deal with Scarbrand. Now, on the one hand, I think this is a really good idea. Because Scarbrand is clearly the most threatening thing near us, and having him focus on something else and not us, good thing. But he's Khorne and we hate Khorne, so no. Slaanesh is like Disney, but very horny. Sure. The Winds of Pain. The world yields to those who master the winds of magic. Great bolts from the heavens scour souls from bodies, whilst raging torrents of fire rend the very flesh from the bone. Magic can rip enemies into a dozen pieces or leave nothing but an ugly bloodstain where they once stood. The power granted by the cataclysm many aeons ago can be harnessed now to bring ruin and destruction upon our enemies. All those who feel the pull of magic can feel it grow as the world festers under chaos's ruinous gaze. Their need to ravage grows stronger and stronger by the hour. Winds of magic power reserve +5.
Nothing else matters but sensation.
And you are one turn away from being able to attack. Oh wait, that's Ankari. Let's not move you the full distance because you can't keep.
Of sensation.
And I want Truleth to start the fights because Truleth is going to be losing manpower and cannot replenish it. Alright, so the Palace of Princes, we can upgrade one of these, and I think it's going to be Blood Mountain first, so we can keep the Iron Mine going up, because that gives me devotees per turn. Oh, the Disciple armies use up devotees per turn, so I wonder if we go negative, if this army will then start suffering more attrition. Disciple armies suffer losses due to attrition unless in areas with high Slaanesh corruption. Interesting. Okay. So they don't ever regenerate manpower, but they do definitely lose it. Alright then.
Nakari loves to frolic as much as the Dark Prince himself.
Defensive alliance with Helmrep. That I can agree to. Oh, and you're the guys down here in the south. You're in the... Oh, it's them! The ones that actually obliterated me when I was playing as... Oh, there's Carl Franz. What's his face? Scarbrand. Meanwhile, this guy just continues to run away! Run away! Venal Allure. Increase the seductive influence exerted over any faction to 50% or more. Slaanesh exerts a seductive influence over immoral men, elves and beastmen races. By working to increase this influence, the followers of the Dark Prince of Chaos may eventually be able to force such factions into vassalage. By increasing the seductive influence of the human, elf or beastman factions, Slaaneshi factions will progressively unlock various diplomatic treaties with the target that are ordinarily unavailable to non-chaos factions, such as non-aggression and trade pacts. Seductive influence of the faction may be increased by engaging in battle or diplomacy, though gifts of Slaanesh chaos cults and chaos corruption. Yeah, we really need to find a way of spreading corruption. Mission issued. Have a second army. We have a second army, though it's not technically one of ours. Well, it is. It has our banner.
Let me imbibe your essence.
Right, so we're going to go after the Fortress of the Damned.
I
Circle.
bring euphoric death.
Now, what's the capital? Shifting Monolith, which is way over there. That's where the Disciple army is really going to come into its own.
Secrets are mine. Alone.
I relish this.
Expecting a decisive victory. If we auto-resolve, then it will be, but I think I'm just going to straight up attack this now. Now, this is where we could try to seduce something away. So, like the Chaos Marauders. That's just one less unit we'd have to fight, but I don't think we really need to. We would actually take low casualties if we just auto-resolve.
The glorious obscenity.
As long as the casualties come from this army, I'm okay.
A new
Occupy.
beacon of perversion.
You are still losing troops, and Tenkari leveled up. That's the important bit. Oh, 20% bigger army. Interesting. Harvester of Souls gives you a regen ability and a vigor reduction. Enabled if enemy unit destroyed within 30 meters. Unit destroyed. Oh, it lasts 21 seconds, so it's actually like a 20% heal for every unit destroyed. Okay. I want. This just needs 4 points spent in this. So I don't know what the sophomoric musk attacks are. Oh, it's that thing. It's the -5 melee attack, -5 melee defense, just for hitting them. So yeah, we probably do want it. Can't build anything up there. We can't build anything down here. This is a strategic location of ours, however. The Marcher Fortress. Lord recruitment cost -30%, faction-wide, Slaanesh corruption +3 in adjacent, +10 here, and casualty replenishment +25. Okay, that's pretty good. And it can also build the Marble Enclave. So the Fortress of the Damned is going to be a very busy location. We're not going to be able to build very much here. Currently have the income thing. And that honestly is going to be the one you're going to want to have. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need the corruption here so much. And it looks like the Chaos Undivided is going to just stay at 30%. Khorne's corruption is going to continue dropping. Now control continues to rise. And I think it's this turn that our cults finish. So we'll finally see what the cultist can do. On the one hand, I can see Tenkari taking advantage of Scarbrand's endless rage.
Could you concoct a phage to infect upon the Esser princess?
I'm actually going to accept this now. Having him as a buffer state between me and Scarbrand, I think is a good thing. On the one hand, I can see Tenkari taking advantage of Scarbrand's endless rage and easily trolling him without mercy. On the other hand, I've already seen Tenkari get absolutely demolished by Scarbrand in a fight someone's stream a few days ago. I mean, Scarbrand can be made into an absolute fighting beast. So he's kind of like the Troll Slayer King. To put it bluntly, he is a glass cannon at best. Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's cavalry. You got to treat Tenkari like cavalry. I will accept. We don't got no problems with Nurgle. Here. So if you are neutral, just hurry up. You don't need to zoom right in. If you are allied, you don't need to zoom right in. And if you're an enemy, Let's just increase your movement speed. Carry on. Nectar of the Dark Gods. Your vintners have perfected a sumptuous new wine, one that is both the flavour to make all the others seem bland by comparison, and can bring about rapturous screaming delirium with but a sip. How best to employ this irresistible brew? So we can sell it off, or we can share it, which reduces recruitment costs. We're not actually recruiting anything at the moment, so I'll take the money. The first taste is free. All others come at a heart-stopping cost, but rest assured, all who sample this incomparable wine will gladly, desperately pay any price for more of it. It's heroin. We just made a wine heroin. A chaos cult has been established to evangelize the worship of Slaanesh. Already hedonistic tendencies begin to spread amongst the local population. Move quickly to set up facilities there, so the benefits they bring you may multiply. So we have got Malefics. Spread corruption, that is indeed your thing. You also increase mobility of armies. That's pretty nice. And you can establish cults. Now, does that consume you? No. So we want you corrupting the Empire. Laudanum wine, yeah. And you're a depraver. Slaanesh corruption +1. Oh my gosh, you are perfect. Heck yeah. Okay, we do not want this guy dying. So we need to give you a name. And you shall henceforth be known as... Mr. McNasty. There we go. Mr. McNasty, the cultist of Slaanesh. The perfect name. I thought so. I may have skipped a few names to get to this one. Alright, so there is already a cult in Isleheart. It's actually really useful that you start so far behind enemy lines. I haven't actually seen much of what's down here in Reichland. Right, Carrick Ziflin, which is owned by ogres. Oh, is this where... What's his face? The ogre monster dude lives. He is, isn't he?
My divine master.
And you can hinder replenishment. Yeah. So where's Reichland? Don't know what the Empire looks like here. I think it's up this way.
Pleasure's sake.
Portberg Press. I might have been wrong. I was wrong. This is Marienburg up that way. But hey, we can start at Marienburg too. Why not?
Do I please you?
So establishing a cult costs 525. That is very worthwhile. Although we're going to need a lot more devotees to actually make use of all these cult locations.
I yearn to go.
Meanwhile, Chaos Undivided strength here is very high, so Slaanesh corruption can't actually spread yet.
Drink in my excellence.
Why is that so high? They have a
Do not ruin my mood.
building and local populace, so... Growth, battle income, Chaos Warriors. So something here is producing Chaos Undivided. Corruption. Meanwhile, the Palace of Ruin has been upgraded. It is now a bastion, which means that the infrastructure buildings are that much cheaper. And the Palace of Ruin... I think we want to probably start building the Cult of Pleasure so we can actually get... Or, no, we want the Drifting Tower so we can get the Allure-S. Yeah. And these guys can upgrade. I might actually get rid of the Pellucid Globe so we can build something more useful here. We will upgrade this one though, because that is income. And then you have been upgraded. I think the next one is going to be the Fetid catacombs. Let's upgrade you. Good. Now, how long is it going to take you to build the drifting tower? 2 turns. And I think the drifting tower is also one of the things required to unlock the other technology tree. Actually, thinking about it, Maccabi Face would also be a good Slaanesh hero. I might need to reserve that one.
We can bring ruin to all.
Alright, non-aggression pact with Bjornlings. Yes, I have no intention of taking you down militarily, because I have no need to take you down militarily, so I can focus on other things. Right. Trulith.
Depravity reigns.
Oh, can you reach him? You can.
Hunger for souls.
Spreading seduction.
The Tempter Lord.
Prince's Herald. I seek stimulation.
They're probably going to run away. Called it.
Grace
Attack that. Can you?
cruelty.
No. Damn. Alright. And then Mr. McNasty,
Prince.
you may as well go ahead and set up a cult here.
The cult of
Does this give you
plentiful
experience?
success.
Yeah, it does. Loads. Loads of experience with a 100% chance of success. I approve. Cult established. And we are going to have you increase your spread corruption effect. Ah, you can't do it for another 15 turns, though. I see. I see. There's Marienburg.
My cult is your cult. Oh, yes.
I can't do that
Submission.
for quite a long time. So there is no corruption there. There's a little bit of corruption here.
Slaanesh's courtesan.
But the area that I really want you converting is Altdorf.
Require a law.
Because I'd laugh so hard if I can get Karl Franz as one of my generals.
Soul.
That is now the objective of this campaign, is to get Karl Franz as one of my legendaries. Military access with you, sure. Except you're probably going to be working to kill off my Norscan buddies. I think you just missed something really important in Kari. No. Don't know what. Oh, you're moving over to the capital to just fortify it. It's a bit annoying. More devotees per turn. Definitely want that. And then the Palace of Ruin can now build a third structure, which I think is probably... what do I want? Don't really care about the chariots. Temple of Decadence would be good for the extra cultists. Now that I know that those cultists are required for spreading Slaanesh corruption, and we get a lot of benefits from doing that, we want to have a lot of cultists. So we pretty much want to have this building wherever we can. Can regular places do this? Yes, they can. So yeah, we're going to want a lot of Temples of Decadence. Kind of like the Orthodoxy Church. Which also means we can have really good access to the exalted demonettes of Slaanesh. Hey, Juna. Do I not even have 2,000 ducats? Wow, my money disappeared quickly. How did my money disappear that quickly? I had loads. Well, clearly we haven't been fighting stuff enough. I really thought Zinch would be my favourite Chaos faction, but Slaanesh does look really enticing. Slaanesh doing what Slaanesh does best.
Immortality.
Can't reach you to kill you. Ah, but you've already got a general in there.
Any moment without pleasure is wasted. Artisan of pain.
So I think this is going to be the end of Troulette. So let's have you go out in style. Close victory with medium casualties. I reckon I can do better than that. Let's do it. And Samuel gifted a sub to Tropus. Thank you very much for that, Tropus. Congratulations on the gifted sub, courtesy of Samuel. Thank you very much for that, Samuel. Warband, new objective, seduce the orcs. Unfortunately, orcs can't be. It's only humans, elves, and beastmen. So far, all of the Chaos Gods have been very evocative of their themes. Quite happy with all of them. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, you know what? This is a bit of a problem. Because they're going to be just building towers for the next minute and a half. So I'm going to need to be super aggressive, super not caring about losing units. And we just need to be taking these points with these tiny little units. Thankfully, we do actually have quite a lot of cavalry, so that's an advantage at least. Why are you two here?
Seekers of Slaanesh!
Let's put you here. Begin. And now that I can see who is deployed where, I'll have you two go in there, you two go in there, you two go in there. That really only leaves this place being guarded. So you lot just... Actually, you go there.
Rejoice, for we will harvest countless souls. The Purple Herald!
Have you lot moving in?
Guided by hunger.
Seekers!
Does not mean you to actually get involved in a fight. Back off!
Move with grace. Demonette of Slaanesh!
Send you over there.
Fury of talons.
We're just trying to divide them as much as we can.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
You know what, if we have the cavalry going that way, you lot head over there and we might actually be able to hold that spot.
Bringers of joyous degradation.
Forced all of those guys to separate. We're going to merge you lot together over here. Okay, you're fighting over there, but it looks like they have the greater amount of control. Let the conversion begin. Ah, we're actually about to arrive en masse with bigger numbers. Right, let's get involved.
Marauders!
Seekers!
Kai!
Right, hopefully Nkari can do some damage here. Oh, willing prey is a single target. Noted. So those Chaos Marauders we should be able to kill pretty quickly. As they are very much being caught out of position here. And Nkari can do a ton of damage when appropriately motivated. Now actually, this is one interesting thing. Slaanesh has no real way of countering towers except for capturing them.
Hell scourges!
None can resist me!
So what are you? Herald of Slaanesh. You are apparently a wizard with no actual spells. Not much of a wizard then, are ya?
Seekers of Slaanesh!
Kai! Promise of guns.
Right, their day is ruined. Let's send the cavalry around here. Go and take that.
Hell scourges!
We'll send 3 of you to attack this, 3 of you to attack this. And the rest of you should be moving en masse to take over this. Go on, get moving! Oh yeah, and in fact we can send the demonettes down to here to go finish that off.
Souls for Slaanesh!
The debauched one!
Now, intellect. Power of Slaanesh!
Yes! Yes!
The pangs of suffering! Lacerate them! A dark bargain!
Supple servants of Slaanesh!
Fear our speed!
You guys stay and chill there. Demonettes can take over this. That would be perfect. Apparently our secondary general just died. And we've just taken over this. Perfect.
Pain and despair! Eternal hunters!
And you lot are here to take over this control point as well. And you lot are rushing in to try and get into the center.
Supple servants
We've-
of Slaanesh.
You're not running. Don't want to lose too many of you to the tower there.
Marauders! To the next victory!
The eternal hunters! Kai!
Debuff and crush. Your leadership is not going to last because I caused terror. As I was saying. I don't think they're going to last for much longer. Alright, let's see if we can pull off this multifaceted charge. It's been destroyed, good stuff. I'll go and kill them.
The eternal hunters!
And here come the demonettes. We're trapping them inside this choke point. Beautiful. Hopefully these guys don't turn around at the last second. Back just in case they do. We're just going to chill here. Make sure they get properly engaged. Now we charge. Let's go. We will have to punch our way through the Marauder Horsemen, but I'm not seeing that being a problem. Because they're kind of squishy. As you can probably tell by how quickly their hit points are going down.
Beautiful. Bringers of joyous degradation. Death through sensation.
Yes!
Let's just chill there. That's fine. We'll let the demonettes get the experience for this, although they're not exalted, so at some point we probably will just get rid of these and replace them with exalted demonettes. That is one thing I will say that I kind of dislike about the Slaanesh roster, is every unit is simply just an upgrade of the next. So there's demonettes, there's exalted demonettes, there's spear marauders, and then there's the whip marauders. Like, you don't add to your roster, they just get better. Which means a lot of deleting older units and replacing them with new ones. Rather than just making your roster more versatile. Murder, murder, murder. Now you're taking the damage. That'll do. So we lost about 200, they lost 500. Our first army is pretty much entirely dead, but that's not really a surprise. I think I might just go and put them out of their misery. There should be an upgrade system for units. I wish there was. Especially for a faction like Slaanesh. So you can choose to upgrade units within their category. Done.
They will all turn to
Occupy. So Truleth, you can just chill here. And this one... what I might actually do is try to provoke them into attacking me.
Bring me to them. Ambush.
We'll have a 45% chance of pulling that off. Okay, so Palace of Ruin. What do I want you building for me? Right, we're trying to save money so we can get the Temple of Decadence. I remember now. Meanwhile, Mr. McNasty, you are heading this way.
Every step, agony.
Any equipment I can give you?
Sensations without limits.
musician, maybe. Line of sight, maybe. No, not really. Okay, not building anything with you. We're just going to end turn and hopefully earn some more cash. I should probably check diplomacy though. There might be a couple more deals I can do now that I've met some more people.
Young? If you displease me further, you will.
Kvelik wants to make peace. Kvelik can't have peace. You can't handle the peace. You didn't fall for my attack. Ambusher discovered. Axo. Truleth has been killed, and we got Grateful Enslavement. Inspired by the sense-numbing aromas of the Circle of Indolency, this iconic Slaanesh fragrance transforms the misery of captivity into an infinite joy of absolute submission. And we now have much, much cheaper buildings. So now we can get Rigorous Chastisement, which is construction time for province capital buildings, or Blissful Coquetry, which is control. I'm going to go for the cheaper buildings.
What wickedness we shall sow.
And you guys are just building the money buildings. Oh, Shifting Monolith is upgrading. We want to stop that.
Of course. Do not ruin my mood.
Thinking we could have gone into channeling stance to try to earn a bit more magic, because there is no magic here whatsoever. Next turn we can build the cultist building. Meanwhile, McNasty, you can continue exploring down here. There it is, there's Altdorf. Alright, let's see if there's any diplomacy we can do.
Dominate!
We can get a non-aggression pact with Grey.
To be honest, I'd rather be raiding, but you have my time. Accepted. Speak.
We can trade with Bjornling.
To be honest, I'd rather be raiding, but you have my time. Northmen, come! To be honest, I'd rather be raiding, but you have my time.
We can actually get on a full-on alliance with them, so these guys are going to get corrupted really quickly.
Okay.
At this point. Yeah, relations can go up to 115.
True savages.
We're not that far away from getting military access through Septic Claw, which will allow me to go after Scarbrand from the north.
Bloodthirsty.
You want me. You dare. Supreme Deathbringer.
And I could make a non-aggression pact with you, but you're Khorne, so, no. Now let's go back to the normal diplomacy screen, which is here, because I want to see how we're doing with the influence. Beyondlings, yeah, we are corrupting them very quickly. So the more treaties you have with somebody, the more corrupted they get. So we're getting a plus 25 influence on them right now. Plus 20 on you. So it looks like non-aggression pact and military access are the really big ones.
Yes.
We could get a Norsker outpost if we really wanted to. If.
Nagari loves to frolic as much as the Dark Prince himself.
What's up, Helmrip? Yeah, I thought you might be wanting to pull me into wars against Crimson Skull. You're offering me money? I need money, so sure, I'll allow it. Yes, you can get your hands on Norscan Marauders, supreme troops. I mean, eventually we might be able to get things like Skinwolves and Mammoths. I mean, actually, to be fair, Marauder champions are quite good. They'd be a better front line than our whip marauders. Mordred loves to frolic as much as the Dark Prince himself. Where are your dwarf friends? Dwarves can't be corrupted. They are incorruptible. Likewise, weirdly with ogres. I'm surprised that you can't go after ogres. Ally begins outpost construction. Exquisite pain. Begun to build one. And we have now captured 2 provinces, apparently. We have? Oh! Military ally. We have. Zinch is now ascendant. Chaos Invasion, Despoilers. Sack or raise 6 Kislev Cathaya Empire settlements. We will gain 15,000 favour, 2,000 devotees, and a new cultist to Slaanesh. But I'd rather corrupt them. Ah, their army's left.
That will incur my wrath.
Bugger. I really want to attack this before this becomes a tier 3 settlement, because currently it's just a tier 2. So what's your garrison like? Yeah, see, your garrison is terrible. We're just going to straight up attack this. We have to. In a minute. Let's see what McNasty can do first of all. I'm going to take a look around Altdorf.
Go with disgrace.
We've got another 12 turns before you can build anything else. Yeah, all you can do here is establish cults. Scrag the Slaughterer. We could hinder your replenishment just to get some experience.
Dance on.
And then the Palace of Ruin, you can now build this one, Temple of Decadence. Oh, that lets us get the spawn of Slaanesh. Those are the really fast guys, right? No, those are Fiends of Slaanesh. How do I get Fiends? Here. The Sensuous Caress. Which also spreads corruption in adjacent. That's pretty nice. And we can also upgrade you to level 3. I think I want to prioritize that because now that everything here... Oh no, they're not all level 3. I was going to say, this guy is not level 5 yet. We're going to need quite a lot more growth before that happens. And the last building we want you to be getting is this one. Heartseekers, Seekers, Hellstriders. Hellstriders are what we have, right? Yeah. So the lowest level... Oh no, the lowest level is Hellstriders. Hellstriders Slaanesh with Hell Scourge is the next one up. So we've just got the worst spear cavalry. What we really want are Seekers. Although these are not anti-large. At least not expressly. The Hellstriders are the only ones that are anti-large. 24, 24, 30, but how is their large damage? 15, so it's really 45 against large, where your general attack is 40. With better melee attack and melee defense. Quite significantly better melee attack and melee defense. And it just goes up from there. So yeah, the only reason they have that is because that is literally all they're good at, is killing large. Otherwise they're kind of junk cavalry. Alright, let's attack this. Expecting high casualties, we are up against Chaos Warriors, Aspiring Champions. So I think it's worth just stealing their Aspiring Champions, don't you? Yeah, I do. Now it's a close victory. Haha! Let's do it. They're Aspiring Champions. of Slaanesh. Is that a faction-wide cooldown or just for the particular cultist? I think for the cultist. Why am I building the tier 3 building in your capital? Because the more of those you have, the more cultists you can have. If I decide that I want to replace it with something later, I can. But, like, all of the powers of Slaanesh are based on Slaanesh corruption, so you want to be spreading that like crazy. And that requires cultists. Am I able to discuss the game AI at all? Yeah. What do you want to know? Can you keep the seduced units if you kill the army? No. But this is why it's so powerful, because if you beat a siege army, the rest of the army is just dead. So there's basically no reason not to do this, to at least weaken them enough to the point where you can beat them. Okay, so who are the siege attackers? I'm guessing you. Yep, you're the reason I can attack this settlement. Fair enough. Well, we're just going to rush the walls. Like, that's all I can really do. And there seem to be a lot more towers on that side, so I think I'm going to hit them here.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Intersperse our units a bit.
Hell scourge! Whips!
Hell scourges!
Marauders! Bring us soap!
My god's call!
Hell scourge!
Death through sensation! Bend to our will!
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Fine! Pain and despair!
Are we? They didn't put... Yes, they did. Are we taking this before they even take control of their own tower? We are. We've closed before they even take control of their own tower. That's hilarious. Deep off the walls, can you? No. Worth checking.
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Oh, there's a whole bunch of you that did not actually...
Torture's sweet kiss!
Well,
Pangs of
Wibble.
suffering.
Well, we've closed before the walls were even taken. Madness. That gate's almost dead already. Yeah, unfortunately these towers are now going to be able to shoot these guys as they try to run over to attack over there. So we're still going to be running the gauntlet here. And you know what? I'm going to select those so I can see who's actually going to be down on that side. Gates
Your
down.
desires are mine.
Pain is a gift! Sweet depravity!
Do not touch the Kari. I am not done.
And we are in.
Hell scourge!
Murder's pestilent glory.
There's the aspiring champions that we stole from them.
Marauders!
Kari.
We'll you back and then have you attack them in the back. Or the Hellflayers and Nukari and the cavalry take the front ranks. Alright, you lot, hit them in the back. Yeah, those are Chaos Warriors. Those we definitely want to do some damage to. And if possible, debuff them so they have less defenses. Attack them. Yeah! Alright, these towers are no longer shooting. You may as well continue rolling down the line. You may as well attack down the line. And because I'm pretty confident that my units up here can handle whatever they're throwing at me. And we're going to use these marauders to take out the tower.
Do my best, Slaanesh! Do my best! The deepest play.
Alright, things are being captured. And that's their general's unit being killed. Which does mean that they didn't have a hero here. Interestingly. And there's the victory. They have given up. We did enough damage. We just bludgeoned our way in. 244 losses, 420 kills. I bet 200... number of those 244 were from towers. And it was actually the Hellstriders that got the most. Huh. Well, so much for them only being good against cavalry. Okay, good. And I'll be taking that. And we have taken the shifting monolith, which was one of the objectives that we had. And now we have access to gold. What does gold do for us? Income from all buildings, local province, and devotees. Okay. Ah yes, and Ankari is leveled up. You want to get one more of these. So the sulfuric musk is this thing, which is the melee defense, melee attack debuff for anyone around you. Or you can get the Whisper of Glory, which is a melee defense debuff, aura, and rampage. If their leadership is high. I mean, making all units around you weaker does sound good, because reduced melee defense means we can hit them harder. So you really are a glass cannon. I mean, you do have decent melee defense for a glass cannon. You just don't have the armor. If we can get your ward save up, then I think you're going to be very strong. We just need to get the trinket, which has the ward save. Which one of these quests does grant? Just don't remember which one. Let's have you increase the amount of money that we generate. And you increase the amount of money that we generate. Ah, and our income has gone down because we are no longer below minus 50 control. Devotees is rising. Ah, devotees is rising. That means that we can build a thing here. Now this is in Marienburg, so Marienburg is definitely going to be earning money. So excess cult parlor. Let's build one of those here. And we'll start to corrupt you as well.
Sensations without limits.
Man, this 15 turn cooldown for building cults is painful. Are you, however, spreading Slaanesh here? Yes, you are. Good. Now, this Slaanesh corruption, is this increasing their control? No. No, it's reducing it. Okay, good. It would increase my control, not theirs. That would have been a bit of a weird situation. Meanwhile, over here, you guys are replenishing. We could recruit some more, but I'm going to hold off, because what I'd quite like to do is get some Alluresses, so that I can start leveling them up. It's part of the reason I wanted to build the Allures building, which we've got now. We can do it. Sleek, here we go. We have one of the speedboat people. Oh, you cost 1,400. We'll be able to get you next turn. So you are a Allures of Slaanesh. Well, we did say that we wanted to have somebody able to cast Slaanesh spells, but not Nkari. An intelligent would be good as an assassin, which you are. Or tough. That just makes you a better close combat fighter. We definitely want the sleek one. And this time we'll try to keep you alive. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, there's Scarbrand. With quite a few different stacks. That's a little scary. And there's... oh, it's not Kairos, but it's one of his minions. Scrag the Slaughterer. Right, we were going to go and stab you, weren't we? Just to try and get McNasty some levels. Spend like 400 ducats a turn. I don't think that would be out of order. Meanwhile, the corruption on Kvelik is increasing. They are going after the Chasm of Torment, but Nkari's not that far away. That's one of my minions. You can really see their corruption going up. The influence. Playing hard to get. Inconceivable! There is a dominion which seems unmoved by neither your incomparable beauty nor your breathtaking cruelty. No matter how you might impact our other dalliances, we simply must make them hunger for you. So invoke a grand seduction, which will increase allegiance with Bjornling, or uncover their darkest desires, which increases Diplo relations. I think I'd rather do that. I don't really want to spend money on you. Faction destroyed, exquisite pain. That was unfortunate because they're the ones that we were trying to steal. Eshin's destroyed. And our outpost is gone. Bjornling started to build one instead. Mission issued. Capture mini provinces. We could get the obsidian lodestone for this. We need to get another province for that. However, what I want to do is probably a Blood Mountain because it's closer. We want to recruit Shayak Meatflenser.
Taste thy pleasures.
Huzzah!
Mistress of the young.
And you definitely want to have a different name. So your name is going to be Black Cayman. Black Cayman Meatflenser. And you'll need to head down here to go and join Nkari. However, Nkari needs to come over here to fight these guys. Now I am wondering if I can be very, very sneaky. Move ourselves to here. And basically say, hey, you should attack the shifting monolith because it's your old capital.
Ambush!
But you have to go via this to get there. Right, McNasty. Would you be able to afford hindering his replenishment? Yes, you would.
Extinction comes. I am absolved of sin.
Failed, but that's fine. You're doing that for experience. Maleficus, thank you very much for the 6-month Prime resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Submit to Slaanesh. What turn are we on? Don't know.
Could you concoct a phage to infect upon the Esser princess?
You want military access? I will absolutely grant you that. Because it also means I can go through your territories to hit Scarbrand from the north. Kvelik has decided to just go ahead and siege me, but he did split his armies, probably because he doesn't know Nkari's there. Because he's hiding! A brutal business. Basic weapon damage plus 20 for all armies. Battle is a blood-soaked affair, limbs severed, bones exposed. Men left for dead in a courier-soaked fields among scores of fallen friends and enemies. Strong weapons, forged with time, sweat and expertise, mark the difference between a victory and a defeat. A good sword cuts keen through bone, severing heads and limbs where lesser weapons merely maim. As instability grows across the world, so too does man's bloodlust, and his desire for war and carnage on an ever greater scale.
Let me imbibe your essence.
Ah, you ran away, you wimp.
Your limited senses cannot comprehend. Eviscerate them.
Unfortunately, I can't catch you to kill you. And that annoys me.
You are infantile.
Failed, but you have leveled up, so let's grab... Gate of Slaanesh allows you to bring in demonettes. Allows you to summon a Keeper of Secrets. Wow. Let's increase your mobility in case you ever do join an army. Then the Fetid Catacombs. Do we need this? What should we do? I think you can be a unit recruitment thing. Oh no, you want the Temple of Decadence. Right. We'll hold off. However, you can upgrade, which is good because that's going to mean more money. And I like money. Lacey Casey, thank you very much for the follow. And Nerd Rocket, thank you also for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. Blooded Axe Tribe have been destroyed. Venal Allure complete. We have 50% with somebody. Consider Confederation. Make any faction join the Confederation. Immoral Temptations. Increase seductive influence over any faction to the maximum. And to do this, we will gain the Obsidian Blade, which would be an amazing weapon for Nkari. Alright, Black Cayman, let's keep you moving south. Doom Harvesters, not Scarbrand. We're going to go this way. Meanwhile, the shifting monolith can upgrade, which I definitely want you to do.
Greater secrets are mine.
There's Scarbound.
You may bow.
How much movement do you need to go into
Must haste
camp?
flesh. Praise my pavilion.
I want you to encamp so that we can reinforce either direction as necessary. And this is also going to allow you to get more replenishment, and it's also going to allow me to recruit some better units. And these are the Exalted Demonettes. They have some armor, better leadership, melee attack 48 instead of 38, defense 49 instead of 41, damage 58 instead of 52, and they also have a charge bonus. And they have whatever this is. Soul Scent. Right, so for every unit around them that's wavering, they get stronger and stronger. And they have enthralling attack, so melee attack of enemies is reduced by 8. That's pretty powerful. That will dramatically increase their life expectancy.
Such a craven little fool.
Oh, I'm not recruiting something for 4 turns. That's global recruitment. It's too expensive anyway. What I'll probably do is get some more demonettes, because they are good against bloodletters, which is what
You have no
Scarbrand
choice.
probably has a few of. Oh, he's actually got a lot of Furies. It's a fairly low-level army.
Divine Master.
Ha! Rupert Narhelm!
Infiltrate
after him.
their blood.
Because I want you to stay in Altdorf so we can continue corrupting this
I
place.
shall try again, Master.
You failed,
Do
but
I
that's fine.
please you?
And the Fetid Catacombs. We can build... Ah! No, we... We do want to be building these because it increases the income from all buildings in that region. So as long as you have the money building, it'll increase your income. And we will eventually get rid of the Eternal Mirrors. Although, actually, speaking of which, we are really close to getting the Demonic Fortress. So maybe we just hold off. Just hold off. Are there any factions still under embargo? Ogres. Right, you went for the Chasm of Torment. Unfortunately, you're going to burn this place.
The time of
This is
soul
cool.
playing
Burns.
comes.
No, he sacked it. Scarbrand force marched. I wonder if we can reach you. Ah, shifting monument might be in a bit of trouble. He stole 1,000 ducats? Damn!
Bow to your better. Just a sample.
So we can get to the shifting monolith.
Palace.
That's all I can do. Chasm of Torment. I guess I repair, though that's kind of pricey for what we get back. You know what? No, I'm not going to. I'm not even going to bother.
Explorers of experience.
And we're going to get you two to
Tempter
merge. I'm going to fire you. I know they have experience, but I need the space
Serve
because
me.
Black Cayman wants to
Tank
join.
the lash.
Drink in my excellence.
And then Mr. McNasty, you can go
I
and
enact the will. Extinction
stab him.
comes.
Just getting that experience. It's expensive, but it is worth it. To get the extra corruption. And we are going to have you increase the amount of money that we are earning, because money is good. Meanwhile, Slaanesh corruption continues to rise. Repairs, I don't want to do repairs. Alright, let's see what happens. Corn, I'll siege me. It is time for us to fight Skarbrand.
I am the Arch-Tempter, the Soul Cleanser, the Flesh King.
We might actually be able to set up a trade treaty with these guys.
Dominate. To be honest, I'd rather be raiding. Marauders always ready for a headbutting contest.
Apparently we already have trade with them. We can't see it because it's probably hidden by this, but I guess we automatically get it once those treaties, or once this hits certain levels. Minus 20 relations with Khorne, plus 20 with Slaanesh. They gain corruption in all provinces, they lose leadership in fighting us, and they have a 50% increased resistance to seduction. Which makes it harder and harder to corrupt them as time goes on. Okay, I see how that works. However, relations with those are super high now. With Skraeling, not so much. And then we had the Legion of Chaos, who still really likes us.
Let us lay the world to waste. My bruise. I have only...
And the Empire really don't like us. Oh, it's because we have so many treaties with Norsca and with Legion of Chaos. Yeah, that would do it. So how much is it going to take for me to start actually influencing you? Just one more point, actually. So I need a cult in Altdorf. That's what I need. Grievous, +2 control Finkari. A presence of great severity demands obedience. And we got the rigorous chastisement. Nothing says indisputable power and authority like the heady fragrance of damned souls screaming.
The Tome of Fates calls to me, foretelling of a way to elude the maelstrom and enter the realm of chaos. The dying god will roar again. We must prepare. Muster an army that can withstand the terrors you shall face.
Just watch out, Skarbrand doesn't retreat or flee. He only rage quits. I already had that one. Alright, so now we can see what Skarbrand has. That is an army I can counter. Because Bloodletters are countered by Demonads. And also, you know, Fiends of Slaanesh.
Hunger for souls.
So we could definitely do this and we could take Skarbrand down, which would be pretty freaking awesome. However, it is 9 o'clock, so I'm unfortunately going to have to call this stream here. If you are enjoying this, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I am live again in the future. If you're really enjoying this and you want to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing, or you can also check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and also a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come join us, say hello, you will be more than welcome. I will be back again 1 hour from now, so at 10 PM this evening, where the plan is to play some Mountain Blade Bannerlord. We're going to continue with the Commander run, which is kind of turned into a trade run. But hey, we'll get there eventually. We just needed to make sure that we were financially stable so that we could start building armies, which we are now actually doing. Anyway, that is all for me for now. We're going to go and find somebody to raid. E-Girl on Caffeine, thank you very much for the follow. Invisible Elf, thank you also very much for the follow. Let's go and see who is live. As of today, the verified creators now have access to Total War Warhammer 3. So I'm going to see if we can raid one of those just to provide a bit more support for the smaller creators. And apparently some of the really big ones. Wow. 16,000 people watching at the moment. Do I recognize any of these people? Fiora. Let's go and raid Fiora. So head on over, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see a chat absolutely lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking raid just like this. Or if you're a subscriber and you have access to the long ships, bear in mind this will only work if you're a subscriber, then you can bring those along instead. Anyway, that's all for me for now. I will see you in 1 hour for some Bannerlord. Until then, enjoy Fiora's stream. If you enjoy everything you see over there, don't forget to hit that follow button as well. Anyway, thanks everyone, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.